Buddy, I hit go live.
I spilled Gatorade all over myself.
Oh, poor Bunny Button, below the getaway.
Huh.
Hey, chat. It's just you and me today. You, me, in this empty chair. Don't forget not to curse within the first 3 minutes or something. You know how it is.
Every time you say that, I want to say the C word so bad.
I know. It's in me, too. It is all of me.
Mm-hmm.
Chat, check out our beautiful couch cam. They don't care about the couch cam. No one cares about the couch cam. Here I am, making beautiful art with this couch cam.
Yeah. The pillow kind of looks like a graduation cap.
There you go.
Like, why does it look so hard? Don't look real.
Congrats, you passed the not late window. Yeah, but we had this instead.
Woo.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Your headset's right there. You want people to put it on with the hat, but
that was for Bunny.
that's for Buddy.
Oh. Okay. Thank you.
Stick Solid says, I fought hard for the right to say it, so go ahead.
What do you say?
He's talking about the C word. Don't say it, please. He's talking about the C
I
word.
can't yet.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you idiots.
I literally was like,
Say it,
hey,
Jabby.
let's try and not curse in the first 3 minutes of the video.
Well, tell Stick Solid
And
to
you
stop talking about camel
no,
toes.
you.
He's talking about the
You said
C
shut the
next
fuck
to
up.
say
Yeah, because
word.
he's talking about camel toes, and it's not
No,
a camel
you're just
toe.
insecure. He wasn't talking
You
about your
goddamn
camel
right I'm
toe. You're just
insecure.
insecure. He was
How can
talking
you hear
about
Bunny?
the other C word.
Because Bunny's loud. And let me tell you something else.
Oh.
Damn.
You guys wish your dick was as big as mine.
Whoa.
Let's begin the show.
20 gifted memberships. Thank you. That's open to that. Let's begin the show, Jeffy. You got anything to say to the guys?
Yeah, we're about to talk.
Yeah.
Although we do have to figure out, are we doing Jay and Silent Bob? We're going to finish that. No, we're not done. No, I want to talk to the people first.
Yeah, let's do the big shot. If you're going to talk to me, talk to them, and then we go to the thing, and then you talk to me.
Well, welcome. It's nice to see you. 7-Eleven has decided to No, they haven't, but they should in my fantasies. Mm-hmm. Welcome to a great show on the internet that calls itself Madhouse. Tonight we're going to be talking about the controversial 20 versus 1. What's that guy's name? Mehdi somebody?
Donald Trump.
No, he was talking about... You've seen it. It's very popular right now. It's pretty interesting. We're talking about that. We're going to be talking about creeps of the week. We got 4 creeps tonight that did some crazy shit that I'm going to be running by you guys, and I want you to vote on who the creep of the week is. And we got some DMT stories to talk about tonight. As always, I am here classing up the joint. We have Tech over there. Yep. We have Miss Bunny Button from her secret hideaway in North Carolina. And we're very much looking forward to your conversation with us tonight, your company, your fellowship, and your money. Open up the wallets. Jesus doesn't need it, but your Papa Jaffe would like it. You know why? I want to buy a yacht. There's a CH in yacht. Welcome to Madhouse.
This intro doesn't get old, Jaffe.
We have like 4 of them. We should, you know.
I can't hear a thing you're saying. Hawk to a yacht.
You goddamn right.
You goddamn right. Bunny should get Tech's paycheck. I wish.
Bunny needs a check. Can you remind me tonight?
Yeah, we're working on it.
I mean, we have it. We just have to do it. Can you remind me tomorrow?
Yep.
I see Sterling is in the chat. Sterling, welcome to Madhouse, folks. Sterling was writing in the Discord earlier. I think it was Sterling who said, "Is it all right if I invite some members in here, but they're girls? And I'm worried about how girls are going to get treated."
Well.
And I'm like,
I wonder why.
What do you mean you wonder? And somebody said, don't worry about Jaffe. It's tech you have to worry about. That's true.
What?
That's what they said in the Discord. Look it up. Tech, did you see my Okay, so what are we doing
That
before?
checks out.
It's very delightful to see you, Miss Bunny Button. You look super 70s tonight. I love it. You look like an extra in the movie. What was that movie that was the first big movie? McConaughey was in it, and it was about the teens in the 70s, and he had the Corvette, and it was a director, Linkletter, something, School Days or Days, D-A-Z-E.
I know. Hold on.
The fuck was that thing called?
Yeah. I know it, but you won't stop talking so I can think about it.
Oh, is that right?
It's too loud to think.
Dazed and confused.
Dazed and confused. There you go. Everybody's saying we're buffering like a
Yeah, you were making me dazed and confused.
Yeah,
it is buffering really bad.
Is that on our end?
I'm getting good up, so I don't know why. Oh, dropped frames.
I didn't yell at you, Sterling.
I am getting dropped frames.
I mean, I'm streaming it from the
Why would
other
you yell at
room.
Sterling?
Should I go in my stream in there? That's probably a good idea.
Why the fuck are you streaming it from
because
the other room?
I set up the stream.
What do you mean? Did you hit start stream?
No, but it's still registered as an incoming tentacle.
What are you talking about?
I set up tonight's stream on my computer, and then you...
When you say you set up the stream, you mean
I went to YouTube
scheduled it.
and I scheduled it, and right now when this stream is over, I still have to go in there and hit end stream even after you do. It runs until I hit end.
No. Oh,
don't say no.
Poor illiterate Jeff.
Okay, when I walk in, by the way, there is a show, I promise. When I walk into that room, it could be 3 hours, like last night because I was so high. I still had to click the little white oval that says in stream.
Because YouTube doesn't send an update signal to your website, your
right,
browser.
So perhaps I
to
should
say,
end it.
Hey, this is the new information. The stream's over.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I know it.
I don't know if I agree with that because
know it.
I get updates to the chat. They're sending that update.
No.
Okay, I'm going to go end it anyway. If I end it, will it fuck it up?
No, it'll close our fucking stream.
Well, let's not do that.
Oh, my God.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Teeny Tana says...
Tiny Tacos.
Please do Tiny Tacos. Please do a Bring Her Back. Oh, is that already out?
I don't know what that is.
It's from the producers who made Talk to Me, I think, and it's a horror film.
These both sound like bad titles.
No. Talk to Me was a very good movie.
Talk to Me was so good.
And this is the new one, but I don't know. I wasn't aware if it was out already. So, but yeah, I would absolutely love to. However, tonight I guess because of our internet, which was a kind of a region-wide situation where we lost it, we're back. So do we want to pick up from where we were with Jay and Silent Bob, and then we'll reschedule the Thursday stream?
We could.
Okay, well, we need to let Rocker Matt know, basically.
Rocker Matt was messaging me about the new Twisted Metal release schedule.
We have all that planned. Let's save that till a little bit later in the show. We have all of our plans. We have our Comic-Con plans worked out. Thursday night, the only thing I will tell you, because it's a story, but we'll give you our schedule later in the show, is Thursday is going to be the Comic-Con stream, because Comic-Con starts tomorrow night, preview night, but then it officially goes live Thursday here in San Diego. So Thursday, Tech and I are going to go at 2 o'clock to see the 2 o'clock Fantastic Four. We've offered Bunny.
Didn't have to give the time.
There's a gajillion theaters showing it.
Okay.
We want Bunny to go, but we all know fat chance. But it's not like, don't get mad at us, by the way, Thursday night when Tech and I give a spoiler-free review about Fantastic Four, and it's like, why are you talking about something Bunny hadn't seen? She won't leave to go to the theater.
Yeah. I can't go. Movie theaters are where you die. You go to die there.
Says who?
And it says everybody that was in the theater during the Dark Knight shooting.
The Colorado one?
I don't think they all died.
Aurora, Colorado?
No, they didn't all, but they could have.
They could have.
They should have.
So we're going to kick off Thursday night stream with that, and then we're also going to be doing our Comic-Con special, which is like, let's go to Comic-Con together. So we'll be watching together live streams from the show floor, looking at all the new movie trailers, coveting toys we should probably order, all of the good stuff. If you love Comic-Con and you're not there in person, this is the place to be Thursday night. Then Saturday, Tech and I are going down to do a bunch of off-site filming.
Yep.
We may or may not live stream it, but we will make videos. We're going to ride the Twisted Metal bumper cars. We're going to go to as many of the things we can get in.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. So that's what's going on.
Do you know who was an avid fan of the San Diego Comic-Con?
Me. I used to be, anyway.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy, was he really? Are you lying? You're lying.
I'm making it up.
You're making it up. We all know good sir
Making it up.
Ozzy passed on yesterday. We talked about it briefly. I was never I don't have anything against Ozzy Osbourne. I only he never crossed my radar other than the guy who ate the bat head.
Yeah.
And he had some kind of pop top 20 song love ballad with some duet back in like the late 90s. But short of that, I knew the Osbournes. But I'm sure if I listened to Black Sabbath, I'd probably love the shit out of it. But he is gone. For me, what I thought was really cool, though, is it was less than a month ago that he sits in that fucking cool metal throne and sings. And you don't know this, but you assume he was aware. It wasn't just that he was sick, but he probably knew he had days, right? It wasn't, you never know, but I get the sense that this was, what a way to go out, right? Because you knew you were on the way out. You knew you wouldn't be here probably in a month. And here this motherfucker is going out on his terms, sitting in a fucking metal throne, singing to his fans. Yeah. The whole world is watching. He gets the love that he gave. And you can't ask for a fucking better, other than being surrounded by your family, but
Yeah, for a musician, like an artist, there was a segment, I forget the song that he's singing, but he talks about like, he's calling out to his mom, I'll see you again, but I've changed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
That was a little segment.
That he did at the Going Away show?
He did at the Going Away show.
Was it part of an actual song, or he just added
so.
it? Okay.
But
I would,
Yeah, I'm not too big into Ozzy Osbourne either. Him and
Coming.
Is that a song?
Yeah.
From Ozzy?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah,
pretty sure.
I would have loved Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, well, you made me second guess it by asking me if I was sure.
Hello, Broccoli Monster. Thank you for being a member for 2 months. He says, I'll watch the replay, but wanted to say hello while I am awake. Hello, good sir.
Hello.
Bunny.
What?
I'm sorry. Hi to the Broccoli Monster.
You gotta say hi to Broccoli.
Oh, hey. I've remembered for a split second that I'm supposed to mute when I hit my vape pen, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't do that.
Oh, shit. Your cat is judging you. Did you see that meme, speaking of Ozzy Osbourne, in the Superman movie where Superman, and this is in the trailer, so you don't have to have seen the movie, this is not a spoiler, but he's lying there at the beginning of the movie in the snow because he has had the shit beaten out of him, and he whistles, and after like 20 seconds, Crypto comes from like around the world and gets him and drags him off to safety.
Yep.
Somebody put a meme up of him doing that, and he whistles, but he doesn't have a dog, he has a cat. And the cat just sits there and watches him, and then it just shows he's dead, like a skeleton, like 500 years later, because the cat was just like, what? I'm just going to fucking sit here, motherfucker. Good old soups. Okay. Are we ready to jump into topics, or we want to talk a little bit amongst ourselves, or do we want to talk a little bit amongst the host? I've never been to a Coldplay thing, Stick Solid, at all. I like a few of their songs, but I don't know a lot of their songs. So what I know, I think, is there's like that, I'll Try to Fix You. I like that song. They have a song called Clocks, I think, but I don't really know much of their music. Wiley for the win. Thank you, good sir Wiley. Non sequitur, where did the semi go? In Twisted Metal 2, there is no semi. Why not? Where did it go? My guess would be that we probably pulled it because we couldn't do the tractor trailer, and we did Dark Side in one. Are we sure we didn't have a semi trailer in 2? But let's assume you're right. I trust you. Probably just because we didn't know how to push it anywhere else, like in terms of an interesting play mechanic, and it wasn't really that popular of a car to drive, because to make it kind of feel like a semi, you had to make the turn radius pretty shitty, and so people had to get real close to it. We did put it back in black, and then I think it was by the time we got, and this is why I love Twisted Metal 2012 so much, but people just didn't give a shit at the time, and they probably still don't, and that's fine. But we had semis with tractor trailers. You could actually drive into the back of your teammate's semi that he was driving, and there was like 3 guns you could mount on it. I mean, there was a lot of stuff in there that it just, you gotta fucking blame the, it was the internet.
I have a good game mechanic for a semi.
Okay.
If you would have had the trailer section be like a shield, like a temporary health for the vehicle.
Yeah, like Spy Hunter, we had that.
Yeah, and then when it lowers, it drops. Or the player can drop the trailer early, and it blows up like a bomb behind them, and it loses them health.
Okay. I mean, we had some of that. But we actually had a trailer tractor or a goddamn semi truck, like Spy Hunter, the game that you could drive into the back and it would cure you, but you had to chase it down and then you'd hit the back ramp and go flying. It was awesome.
Really?
Okay. I don't really worry about who I like. K-Nub says, just like who you like, Jaffe, don't worry about it, dude. I was a kid in the 80s when all the cool kids were listening to NXS. I was listening to very happily to Richard Marx and Debbie Gibson. So I ask forgiveness from no one for my creative taste. So, but thank you regardless. Okay. All right. So
ready for the
there's
first story?
Yeah. What's our first story tonight?
Our first story tonight.
This is interesting. This is a 1 minute and 21 second ad. This, my friends, whether you like it or not, is the future. I haven't actually seen this in action. I've just seen this ad or this kind of clip that apparently is
You're right.
apparently is real. And I've said this before about AR. AR, unlike VR, they're obviously very different things. AR is like wearing glasses. You can do it on your phone right now, but nobody wants to walk around holding their phone up, right? So you put your glasses on, your smart glasses, and as the years roll on, the heads-up display that projects in front of the world is going to get more and more and more and more advanced. And obviously now, if you look at what Meta already has on the market, the Meta Ray-Bans, they have AI built in. This is one of the most interesting takes I've seen on using AR glasses. And this is meant to apply to job interviews. But in this case, it looks like you could also apply it to a date. I want to know what you guys think about this. It's 1 minute and 21 seconds, so I'm going to beg you to watch the whole thing.
So, what do you do for work?
Well, I'm really passionate about technology and innovation, and I believe in pushing boundaries and finding leverage in everything I do. I just got this incredible offer from a tech company. Super stealth mode, can't share too much, but it's gonna blow up. Actually, maybe we should talk about...
Wait, Alex, before you say anything else, I'm sorry, I don't date cheaters.
What? Maya, I don't understand.
Anti-clueless, it detects when someone uses AI to fake their entire personality. You know what, thanks to people like you who cheat their way through everything, takes away from the people who actually deserve a shot, and they just get screwed.
Wait. Maya, can we at least split the bill?
Are you kidding me? You just lied to me, use AI to fake your personality, and now you want me to pay? Just take it.
So I don't know if this is a date or if this is supposed to be a job interview. It's probably a date.
It's a date.
But it's being...
Anti-clueless is just one tiny tool in Node's future of...
Yeah, so, there you go. So, look, I mean, whether you like it or not, it's coming, and I do think it's going to be... it's going to be right than wrong that tells you when somebody you're talking to is lying.
Ooh.
First, I feel like I would, if someone's wearing AI glasses, aren't they going to look insane moving their eyes all around to look at and read stuff?
Well, first off, everyone will have that, but you're not doing this. It's like, imagine looking straight ahead. It'll be a little bit like this maybe, but I don't imagine.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I can think when I think of AI glasses is how do you control where your eyes are going? How could you talk to somebody and not have your eyes darting all over the place looking at shit?
Well, I can look at you right now. I'm looking at you right in front of me. You're on the TV, but I see the chat off to the right, and I can kind of glance over. But imagine being on a date and a conversation. He doesn't take his eyes off you. That would be creepier.
Yeah.
But regardless, though, if you could get a red flag, even if it wasn't glasses for you, even if it was a little thing on the tip of your ear that vibrated when the person in closest proximity was lying, how would you feel about that?
I guess it could be useful, but I feel like it's not something I would want to use all the time, but maybe with specific people.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hate AI. So
You
would I
mean
use
AI
it?
and AR or just AI?
AI. AR is cool, but like the AI interface thing is kind of cringe.
Well,
It takes
what
it
do you
takes
mean
away
it's kind of cringe?
it takes away like the person's natural ability to socialize, and you're kind of like becoming some character played by a computer, and that feels gross. April Cool with £2 says, "Bring in the pets. I can make dockets for a free mug." And then she says, "Just kidding. I do it for free."
Oh, she wants to do dockets. Or did she reach
Yeah.
out to you already?
I'm having that meeting on the Discord tomorrow.
Okay, good.
Waffles, $5 says, "Jaffe, when you were
my
making
God,
Plumbers
shut
Don't Wear
up.
Ties, what was it like to be the lead male actor and lead developer for that type of game?"
You know what?
Is that a porn game?
No, but it was one of the first full motion video games. And, before I made anything of note in the video, well, I guess Mickey Mania came first, so people knew that. But we were very close to pulling a trigger on a video game I had co-written that was a full motion video game. Because Sony ImageSoft was all in with that shit. They had made like Crisscross Make My Video and Ground Zero Texas and all of this shit. And I thought there was something interesting in it. I thought there was something neat about using real actors. But in fact, Sony spent over $1 million making this game version of a movie that Keanu was in before The Matrix called Johnny Mnemonic. And it was like like 7 CD-ROMs, and the guys that directed it were just such prima donnas, and they got interviewed in Wired, and they just thought they were they thought they were the future of filmmaking and shit. And it was just like, guys, this is really fucking terrible. Wiley, thank you again for the super chat. Jaffe, please say you had no hand in Twisted Metal 2012, because having 4 stories out of a dozen is obviously a huge letdown. We can talk about that. I appreciate that super chat, and maybe what you can do is set that aside for Gabbin' and Games, and we can tag it for Wiley. I don't want to derail this show talking about that stuff, because that's really not what the show is about. But it is. There's a lot to say about that, and I appreciate the super chat. Can you make a reminder?
I can make a reminder. I can.
Will you?
I'm doing it now.
Okay, good. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. Okay. But yeah, on the glasses and shit, I would absolutely, I mean, I'm not one of these guys that thinks, like, I think a lot of progress in retrospect, if that makes sense, looking back at things that scared us that were progress technologically, most things humans have adapted relatively well to. Not all of them. I think phones have been a nightmare, but I think AR glasses on the whole could really be positive. Like being able, I mean, think about the bandwidth. If I could look at someone, now again, you don't want to, and this would be a negative, you don't want to dull your ability to read the room.
That's what I was thinking.
And so, and I am pretty good at reading people. I know everybody thinks they're pretty good at reading people, which is why fortune tellers are so brilliant. If you ever go to a fortune teller and they open, there's like 6 lines. If one of them is, you're really intuitive and you read people really, really well. And then they go, at least sometimes I sense that. It's like, they can't be wrong. Cold reading is so fucking easy if you're an idiot and you're a victim of it. But anyway, the bigger point being, I think I can read people pretty well, but I'm sure I would lose some of that ability with these glasses. But man, can you imagine? And would it even matter? What if you were, imagine watching a debate of Donald Trump and whoever, and the AI could fact check him in real time and also tell you body language, and the AI thinks that was a lie. The AI thinks that was a half lie. I wonder if it would matter. We're about to watch a video of this guy talking to a bunch of conservatives. My answer is probably no, because as Trump said, he could shoot somebody and nobody would care, but it's interesting. Bunny, what were you saying?
Well, I was just thinking, like, I feel like it could really mess you up, though, because what if it's wrong?
Yeah.
And that person really thinks it's right. Like, when the AI art checkers first came out, I had a friend that was an artist that took a lot of her art from years before we got AI and ran it through it. And it was saying her art was like 70 to 80% AI. And like,
yeah. I mean, it'll get things wrong, but since when did America care about the people on the debate stage telling the truth anyway?
Well,
I mean,
yeah, that's true. But I'm just thinking it for people's like personal lives. Like, what if somebody's using that and is telling them their wife's lying about something?
That's true.
And, like,
that's true.
Ends their marriage.
Yeah, I suppose so. That's a good point.
Speaking of ending your marriage, next story we have here is I'm an autopsy tech, and here are 6 things you should never do.
What is that transition? What?
Six things you should never do as an autopsy tech.
But what does it have to do with ending your marriage?
Well, we got to find out, Jaffe. You want to tune in? Let's go.
There's a woman who has a pretty popular TikTok, 6 things, right? Yeah. And she did an interview with Newsweek about the stuff that she is surprised that kills a lot of people. You don't have to play the video. It's text. Which led to a bigger topic because I'm like, I wonder, because the thing she says at the end, she says, I did this TikTok, I made this account because life can turn on a dime, and there's a lot of things I see where a lot of these people, you know, it's not like it's cancer and they had 6 years to prepare for it. These are things they did not expect, right? So the big one she says is skipping steak in old age. She says choking on steak is a common cause of death amongst elderly individuals. You can't chew anymore. You're going to choke and die, and you end up in the morgue. I have had to retrieve it from your esophagus. It is disgusting. Avoid provocative phrases. She says things like, I don't know how she would know this, but she warns against jokingly daring someone to harm you. Phrases like, what are you going to do, stab me, have tragically been the last words. She seems to know that. I don't know. But this one she would know. This one I didn't understand. Don't lean into washing machines if you're short, because you could get positional asphyxia. A person where a person's body, a condition where a person's body position prevents them from breathing. So you hear about this when people go down chimneys and get stuck and they find them. This is people who are short lean in to get their washing load in the washing machine, and they fall in and they can't.
Like little people?
No, not like
just
not like
short,
dwarves,
like
just like
our size,
yeah,
our height.
Like because your neck gets pushed in. And it's in a little bit of a curve on the drum, right? And so you can't adjust.
And no, it's.
I feel like how the hell couldn't you get yourself out?
Well, it's like if you
were
have to
normal height?
lean over it, right? It presses against your diaphragm, and then if your head falls in and your head gets jammed underneath, now you're squeezing your diaphragm, not letting you breathe in any more air, and you're like panicking, so you're not getting out. Yeah. Because your body weight has fallen into it. So
that's another way. It happens a lot, according to this nice young lady. Never trust cheap car jacks. People who go under their car and spend like $8 on something they get. She says Harbor Freight jacks. I don't know what that is. I guess it's a low budget one. And they go in and the car collapses on them. Wearing loose clothing near machinery, things like jewelry or sleeves. She says it can lead to horrific accidents, including degloving, where your skin is forcibly torn from the body. She sees that. And then obviously motorcycle people not wearing motorcycle gears. But the thing that got me, the thing that got me looking at this story though,
she has boobs.
But keep going down though. She says, I've seen it all, but then something new pops up and surprises me. It's so fragile, but so resilient. It's honestly mind blowing. Right. And so that got me thinking, what are some of the ways people have died that there was no expectation of death? And that's the stuff. Like if you ever watch that TV show on HBO called 6 Feet Under, it was about a funeral home employees and a family that ran out of their home. And what would happen is the opening of every episode would be a death. And sometimes the death would be hilarious and sometimes it would be elaborate. Other times it literally was just so fucking benign. There was once where a lady just was walking and she tripped in her room and she fell into her eye in a fireplace poker. And the whole thing took 12 seconds and they went to the title.
Yeah.
You know, another time is a guy was backing up his car and he reached down to get the newspaper and he took his foot accidentally off the brake and it rolled over his own head. And it was like 10 seconds and you go to the titles, right? So I wanted to look up some of the weird ways.
Did you not watch 1,000 Ways to Die on Spike TV?
My kids used to watch something called Dumb Ways to Die.
That's a cartoon. But, Bunny, do you know what I'm talking about? 1,000 Ways to Die? It was like a
yeah, there was a book. It was a book first. And
they made a TV series out of it. And some of them are crazy. But they give you like a full episode is like 20 different deaths or like 12 different deaths. Okay. And they're anywhere from like, this guy went to South America, came back, and there's a specific type of bug out there that'll bite your lip, shit on your lip, and then when you go to scratch the bite, it gets poison into your blood system. You die in your sleep.
Good God.
And it's all crazy.
It's all crazy ones. This guy wanted to see if he can jump on an inflatable giant teddy bear at a promotional event, and he jumps in, and it swallows him whole.
And he suffocates.
No, there's a tunnel of air, and he dies from like overheating himself in that hot summer day.
Yeah, see.
And he like slow roasts to death.
Yeah.
And he's just breathing through a little tiny vinyl tube of air.
Nobody came to get him out?
No, he just died.
Well, so this, I was curious. Now, maybe I've never seen that show. It sounds delightful. Maybe you've heard of some of these. But let's go to the next story, because these are some ways people, and this is what we got to figure out, because I couldn't highlight them for you. So I'm going to have to kind of scrub through them with you as the hand. But go ahead, Bunny.
Oh, this reminded me, the story that we talked about with the guy getting sucked into the MRI machine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was a complete accident. He didn't like just walk in a room. It just like accidentally turned on. He was trying to help his wife get up, and they called him back there. Like they were like regulars at this place. Yeah, and he regularly had to go back there and help her. And he had a big 20-pound weight on
Necklace,
a chain,
right?
For like exercise. Yeah, he was doing it for some kind of exercise reason.
I mean, and he died, by the way.
Him in.
He was in critical, and he died, I read last night.
His wife was so like, it was hard to watch the video of his poor wife talking about it. It was,
I mean, because she was in the machine, so she probably got all of his stuff all over her. Right?
Yeah, she saw the whole thing.
Right.
Like, and he said something to her before he died. He said like that he loved her or something sentimental.
I need that.
Yeah. I think he said something to her that will probably stay with her forever. And I thought that's so sad.
Oh, well, yeah, but I mean, think about it, though. If that's your loved one and they're dying in front of you, whatever they say will be burned into your brain. It could just be.
Yeah.
It could
but
be
he
like,
said something like,
Einstein should have combed his hair more. It's like, why the fuck? Like,
why'd he say that?
Do you ever think about that? Like, if you are in a car wreck, like every now and then you'll read these stories about somebody who dies in a car wreck, but they'll take their blood and like they write a message to their wife or their family and stuff.
Yeah.
Because, you never fucking know. And that's not the only reason I tell my kids and my family I love them, but I tell them all the time simply because I do. But whatever they may think of me when I'm gone, they're never going to wonder if I loved them. Or they might. Maybe they would go, why is he such a liar? But I don't think so. I think they'll never wonder that I love
My AI
them.
glasses are telling me he was lying.
That's right. Fuck these glasses. I hate it now. That's right.
Not to make it sad, House.
Oh, here we go. Go ahead. Go ahead. No.
If you were gonna,
I love you, Wayne.
If you were gonna pass away in front of your family and you had 10 seconds to give a message, do you know what you would say?
Yeah.
Do you want to say it?
Give me 10 seconds. Oh, Bunny.
Aw.
Bunny. That's one her bingo card.
I knew we were going to need it tonight.
All right, 10 seconds. I would say this. I love you with all my heart and soul. You have made my life a joy. It is the best thing I ever did being with you guys. Maybe we'll see each other again, but fuck everything, fuck everybody. It's your life. Go have a great adventure. That's what I would say. Are you going to cry now, bitch?
To all three of them?
You go in the river.
The river!
Yeah, I would say that to all of them. You mean like who? To Emiko?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Aw.
Of course.
Wiley! $5. Bunny, have you seen any footage of young Jaffe interviews? Man was fit. Dare I say, a dapper lad.
You goddamn right. Bunny, you ever watch me and think about me in a biblical way? Back in the day when I was a young buck?
Well, Lady Clown doesn't. Whatever.
You ain't got makeup on tonight, sister. You ain't.
I'm still. That is offensive to me, Jaffe. That you think just because I ain't got a nose, that is like.
Take it up with the Trump administration, sister.
It
I
is.
got places to be.
You are going in there.
Did you hear
Okay, wait. So Ricky says, I just looked up the MRI story. You've been caught in a lie. He didn't have any final words, bitch.
Pointing at me? Bunny said that. Call her a bitch.
No way.
Bunny,
What'd I say?
you're the one that said that she had final words.
He waved goodbye to his wife while he was choking to death. How do you even do that how does that even work? It's like, I mean,
yeah, maybe it was just a wave.
Yeah.
It was
she
something
said
that
it.
was. I was like, damn.
But was it like this? Was it like, like how do you give a wave? I would have gone like this, like Elon, and gone, right? That's what I would. That's Elon.
Okay.
That's Elon.
Well,
saying,
that's getting clipped.
That's
for sure.
That's Elon saying my heart goes out to
on the
you.
Discord.
That's
I know exactly who's going to clip
Send
that
to me on Discord, guys.
I was doing Elon. Okay, so you believe Elon.
The
but
GIF doesn't have audio, Jaffe.
Well,
they're just going to see that movement.
Okay, well, what would you do? What would your one? What would your one?
Not the Elon pose.
Okay, so what would your one if you could make a signal to your loved ones? It would probably be I would just touch my heart and do that. Ta-da. What the fuck does that mean? What is that?
Those who know. Those who don't know, don't know.
I don't know.
And good. That's how it stays. Sterling says she would do jazz hands.
See ya, baby. Yeah, that's right. Bunny, what would you do, my friend? That could not get my channel
Honestly,
deleted.
Do I have both hands in this scenario?
Yeah.
Are both hands available?
Both hands
Yes.
and
I'd hit
one
them with
cheek.
the razzle dazzle.
What's that? What? Oh, the thumb thing?
Taking my thumb off, and they'd be like, "Gosh, it was magic."
He'd be like, you're being eviscerated in front of my eyes. Your thumb coming off is the least shocking thing that's happening right now.
I'd mind freak the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Holy shit!"
All
David Blaine
right,
on the
fair. Yeah, I love that my channel could be. How could that delete? You know
God, stop addressing it, dickhead. All right, next story. Man was stuck in a decorative dinosaur
No,
statue.
this is not the story. This is the
50
six. These are the ways people can die that are weird. We're not going to go through all of them. But I want to tell you something.
Finish reading the fucking title.
But that's not the story.
And 15 other extremely strange ways people met their end. That's the fucking story. Jesus, Jaffe. Oh my God.
That's why I need to run this thing.
No, you should. If you start the article with "a man gets stuck,"
Keep going.
You
Okay,
bitch.
we don't care about the first one.
Okay. Do we care about the second one?
Yes, you really
Decide for
shouldn't
us.
put sharp knives in the dishwasher since it dulls the blades. And if you do, don't put them point up. I never put them point up anymore after I heard this. A 30-year-old woman, it says, was accidentally stabbed to death by knives. She slipped and fell into her dishwasher. Can you imagine, like, you're 31, you got your life ahead of you, you're probably dating your beau going, I got a promotion, and all she's going to do is put her goddamn cereal bowl away in the goddamn washing machine before she heads out to work, and she slips on her socks, and that's all she wrote?
All she wrote.
Life's a cruel motherfucker.
This is like natural selection at its finest, right there. Because you never put your because you never put your silverware any way other than handle up, because you're gonna go touch all. You're just gonna go and touch all your clean silverware with your bare hands to get your silverware out. That's crazy.
I put a booger on Bunny's
Crazy
phone
town.
at the haunted hotel. I didn't tell her about
I
it.
did too.
Oh,
And it was one of those wet ones, so just smeared.
Smears all the way down.
Yeah.
Looks like butter. Okay, fair. But I mean, I don't know. I would not know. I would not know that if I hadn't been taught that much later in life. I never thought about where you put what direction your forks and knives go in, you know?
Stop. I'm putting in my 2 weeks notice. I can't deal with this.
We've dealt with this before. Keep going.
I like it better. Okay, fuck him.
Okay, listen to this. This is something. When my granddad was 9, his 2-year-old, this is something. His 2-year-old sister grabbed a wooden skewer off the dinner table, ran out the front door down the street. They tell this grandpa, his grandpa, go after her, and he runs, and she starts running faster because she thought it was a chase. She falls, and the skewer pierced through her eye, and she died instantly.
Oh.
I mean, what the Mickey
poor
Mouse?
baby.
And this is another reason. Sorry, I don't think there's a God that gives a fuck about us, if there's a God at all.
Well,
sorry.
Well,
because really,
no, God knew that she was going to be an amazing athlete. 2-year-old outrunning a 9-year-old.
Okay.
You gotta admit, he was like, "This is too big. This is Olympic quality, and this is not the family for it."
Too powerful.
no, that's some
powerful.
bad shit.
Too
is what
powerful
that
2-year-old.
is. 2-year-old child dead. Because
2-year-old too
That is
powerful.
Why would they think
Darwin
to chase
doesn't
her,
win.
honestly?
Darwin doesn't win. What you think? Waffle says Darwin wins again. What like?
But why did the dumbass adult think to chase after the kid that's
was
running with
9. The kid just said, "Go get your sister. It's time to eat or something." He was
but then somebody checked. Oh, I thought they said
he was 9. He said he
Oh,
blamed
okay.
himself for her death his whole life, and everyone said
9-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let it slide. In my brain, I thought you said adult for some reason.
No. All right, let's keep
mind.
moving
Children.
on.
That's
Children are idiots.
You're an idiot.
This is whatever. Nobody cares. We'll go up a little bit. Stop. I just want to make sure. Oh yeah, listen to this one. My neighbor's brother died on a golf course. Keep going up a little so I can see it because it's blocking. But yeah, the kid hit a bad shot playing golf and threw his club against a stone bench. I mean, this is some shit. The golf club splits in two, and the shaft comes back and pierces him in the heart. And there were doctors on the golf course, and they were running to him saying, don't pull it out, but they didn't get to him fast enough. They said he probably would have lived, but he pulled it out, and he bled out in a couple seconds. Think about that. Think about that. Okay, let's keep going. This is, if there is a God, this is God going, this is just how God takes care of people. 13-year-old boy was climbing a tree, got struck by lightning, and died. It was a sunny day, no clouds. A storm pops up suddenly, vanishes just as suddenly, and in those few minutes, a bolt of lightning came down, hit the tree, and killed him. Now, if there is a God, he's just like, that's how I do it. That's how I roll. He must have done some bad shit earlier in the day. Because imagine it's a beautiful summer sunny day, and then, back to beautiful summer day. It's like, got him. Got him.
He was the one.
Idiot.
It was like Neo. He had to take him out.
Let's see. That's not a good one. Let's see. That's not a good one. Let's see. Sorry, your death isn't entertaining enough, buddy.
Try harder.
I know. These are not good. Keep going. They're not bad, but they're not going to blow. Read that one. Trying to make that one interesting, Tech.
They're not entertaining.
A couple in Tel Aviv lived in a building that had an elevator going down to the parking garage. Due to a very heavy rainfall, the elevator flooded while they were in it. To make it interesting,
I don't even understand how this is possible.
Israel kills citizens because it's Tel Aviv.
Well, first off, I don't like any elevator that has a negative number.
That's underground.
I understand. I don't like it. That's A. It should be B1, B2, B3.
That's dumb.
Number two, if you're in an elevator, how do you drown? There's tons of little openings.
Apparently, the parking garage, right, at the lower levels were flooded. So they went down to one of the completely flooded levels.
Oh, and it got submerged.
Yeah, so it went into the water.
Wow.
Could you hold your breath long enough for an elevator cycle? Like, let's say it went down to like the third basement level, and then you have to hold your breath until you can press it to go back to like lobby.
God, if some little son of a bitch had come in there like a kid and just pressed all the buttons.
Oh, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Like that one movie we watched with they threw the coin off the thing and that destroyed the building.
Oh, the goddamn Final Destination.
My last moments would be beating that kid up.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I knew it was him, under the water, just.
Elevators don't really scare me. They're pretty safe, but still. Okay.
That's it for the stories.
Are you sure?
You decided which ones were good, and I decided the rest ones were bad.
Well, let me see. Oh, come on. This one is amazing.
It doesn't happen often. In fact, I think it's really freaking rare.
Don't make you the star. This is
But there have been grown adults who have been killed by chickens, with roosters specifically. Many of them have big spurs on each leg.
Didn't know that.
You didn't know they had spurs on
I didn't
leg?
know they had something looks like that, and apparently
it's like a talent.
There was a woman not that long ago that's chicken cut her throat. That's rooster did.
I don't know if it was trying to, or you have no idea if
they
it
attack.
They will
attack. I think it like just it like freaked out, and I think she was like holding it, and it freaked out, and
all the fucking chickens we kill to eat, they deserve to get one of us every now and then. Good for them.
No.
Let's keep going. What else?
No.
What else? So
a
be
billion
careful.
Chicken lives.
Be careful around chickens, folks.
Ain't worth a human shit.
What else? Keep going down.
This is like pretty damn big ass horn with a sharp tip, and some of these
we already
roosters.
We did this story already. Let's move
I
on.
didn't fucking finish reading. Okay, well, fuck me then.
Yeah.
Explain yourself.
This is something. The guy who climbed headfirst in.
No, hold the fuck on.
Yeah.
You shit on me because I read the title of this fucking article, which was "Man Dies from Climbing into."
Because I've read the whole article and I'm prepared.
Bitch, they haven't.
I know, so I know how to deliver.
But you got mad at me because you were like, "This isn't the story we're talking about." Tech.
Here's
and
why.
it literally is
the dinosaur one was viral like a couple years ago. Probably everyone's heard that one.
Yes, and not only that.
No.
Not only that, but I've gone through the whole story, so I know where to lead and where so the tease should have been this. You don't open with the headline because we're presenting it. So we would be like, "Oh my God, guys, You're going to love this. You got to be careful because it'll save your life one day. But these are some weird fucking ways to die. That's how you open it.
Did you prep me for that? Or
No.
did you say go to the next article? And then I open the article and start reading the name of the
Just
article.
go to the dinosaur one. Now you
fat
broke the whole
bitch.
fucking shit. They couldn't find this guy. He was missing. It turned out he climbed into a dinosaur statue, fell into the leg of the dinosaur opening, which was like a hollow thing, and he may have had that the physiological or the body asphyxiation where the way he fell made it so he couldn't breathe, and he died in there. Fucking died in there. Listen to
Dying
this.
upside down sounds horrible.
Brian Kelly, the head coach at LCU, killed a student assistant by making him go up in a cherry picker on a windy day. Fuck these people. Fuck these fucking LSU people. Let's move on. What else is next? Tech is brave, standing up to Jaffe, says Boogie. Yeah. Well, you read this one because we all have dogs, but this is close to your heart.
That's you, buddy.
No, you.
Oh, Tech, read this. No, but you suck at reading. Why do you fucking choose a fucking... Oh, you're grumpy, and you made me grumpy.
I'm not grumpy at all.
My dad's friend's dad was 80-something years old when he decided he wanted to have his ingrown toenails removed.
Not that one. The other one about the
Oh
dog.
my fucking God!
It's too loud. You're
The
too
one with the
loud.
dog.
You do it.
Okay. Yellowstone has these amazing hot springs. This guy goes to Yellowstone with his dog. The dog sees the hot spring, Tech, and the dog is so excited because he don't know he's a dog, and he runs in and leaps into the hot spring, and it's like, oh my God, dude, get the hell out of there. And the owner runs in to get him out when the thing shoots out, and I guess it's 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and they both died. They say his last words were, well, I probably shouldn't have done that. So there you go. And let me see. I think that's the best last one. See what 16
How
is, Tech.
sad.
I know.
That was the worst one.
This is
Dog-
interesting, this one, though. The dancing plague. You guys have heard about the dancing plague of
Yeah.
1518? Mass psychosis is what they think it really was. It was so much stress because of, I think it was like the bubonic plague, and people were dying left and right, that they just lost their shit, and they got into this manic phase, and it became sort of a group hysteria, right, Sterling? And a bunch of these people danced, and they died of exhaustion because they didn't stop dancing for like 3 days straight. That's what Footloose, the movie, was based on. Because they're like, no
Imagine
more.
it happening today. How funny it would be. There's people out there like popping and locking and crunk. It would be way funnier today.
You're gonna make
To-
fun of
to witness
making
walking
fun
by.
of the dead.
No, I mean just the dancing part. Like seeing everybody looking stressed out, but they're like, we're just really getting
Fuck
it.
this COVID, man. Yeah. Hey, is that the are you twerking, or is that the water sprinkler or whatever the fuck it's called? Can we get a rip for Theo? Yeah, man. Noir Bert, Theo from the Cosby Show, died yesterday too. What is it always? It goes in. It's not dirty. Shut up, whore. I saw you typing dirty socks. You're an idiot. They're not dirty. They're fun. I don't even know what to do with these people. You know what? Can we do the show? Let's keep going.
Well, hold on. Speaking of death, I want to go back to Ozzy dying
Yeah.
because there's some weird stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Ozzy Osbourne died on the same day Trisha Paytas had her third baby, and
Wait,
every baby,
wait,
not
somebody-
again.
Wait. Oh my
Yes.
God. I have
What?
her lined up for a story. I didn't know she had anything to do with Ozzy Osbourne. What is
Oh,
she?
I love Trisha Paytas.
Who is she?
I've talked to her a couple of times. She's like an American hero.
But why does she
Jackie?
relate to Ozzy Osbourne?
Well,
Because let me tell you, so every baby that she's had, somebody big dies on the day she has the baby. To the
Is
point to
this
where people, when she
true?
had
This is
her
true.
baby, yes, when she had her baby this morning, everybody was like, somebody's dying today.
Well, this
then
was
later,
yesterday.
Ozzy Osbourne. Well, it gets crazier.
But he died
Hold on.
yesterday.
Well, it got announced today. Everybody found out today.
No.
Nobody said anything about it yesterday.
Yeah, they did.
It was all this morning.
No, it was today. Yesterday.
Oh,
Keep
well,
going. though.
everybody was talking about it today. But anyways,
Yeah.
so it gets weirder though.
Okay.
Because she named her baby Aquaman.
I heard.
And
But she-
guess who sponsored Ozzy's last show? Aquaman.
Aquaman's not
Jason
real.
Momoa. God damn it, Jaffe.
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean
the
Aquaman's...
Momoa guy.
Oh, the actor sponsored it? Like he paid
Yes.
for the show?
Yes, he was the one that apparently put the show on and like hosted it.
Oh.
And
well,
she named her baby Aquaman.
and she names all her
Before.
babies
Some
weird
weird
shit.
Crazy
Yeah,
shit.
so when
yeah,
her-
one's
By the
name's
way-
Malibu Barbie, one's name's Elvis.
And one is Aquaman now.
Uh,
Now, by the way, you're right, Bunny. I was wrong. I thought he died yesterday. But no, that was Theo who died yesterday. It was today.
yeah.
Who were the other people?
Malibu Barbie was born hours after Queen Elizabeth died.
Okay.
Uh,
Elvis.
and then she has Elvis.
Where are you going? All right, baby.
I don't know if Elvis was born tied to a death. Do you know that, Bunny?
I think they said what was that other royal guy, Philip or whichever
Prince
one died,
Was he?
or whoever died.
Someone other. Okay,
the
so
old one.
so she was like a Mormon housewife reality star. Is that what her big? Who is this woman?
She has been on everything, and she has been canceled so many times, but she just does not give up. I love Trisha Paytas.
But what
Like,
does she do?
is-
Does she make videos?
She's
or?
a
She makes
YouTuber?
videos. She's most known for crying on her kitchen floor. If
Yeah.
you've ever seen gifs or meme of a
Okay.
blonde
Do you-
woman crying on her kitchen floor,
Do you know
she's
how
gone through so many controversies. It's crazy. somehow-
she's been wanting to be famous since she was a kid, and she used to do such ridiculous public stunts. Do you remember the show My Strange Addiction?
Yeah.
People like, oh, I eat my couch cushion,
Right.
or I sniff gas and whatever.
I ate my mattress
I
already.
fuck my car. Trisha Paytas reached out to the producer of the show, and she was like, "Fuck, I need to get on there, but I don't have a strange addiction. I'm gonna tell him I'm addicted to sun tanning." And she wasn't. She wasn't at all.
Nope.
Just the day before they showed up to like do the interview, she got a fucking really gnarly spray tan and just kept it up for the entire interview of the show. And it was all a lie.
Yeah.
And
And they
Yeah,
never
and
they never
She's
caught
a
her?
speed reader. There's so
Oh,
much.
yeah.
She's so amazing. I'm not even kidding. Like, she is so amazing. I idolize her. Like, she just has figured it all out. But she's like a speed reader. She can read crazy fast, and like
Maybe
I
she's
feel like
like
anybody that
reading
can
the
do that's got to be a
obituaries
genius.
really quickly on the day she's having a baby.
and she's like, "It's time."
yeah, it's all bullshit. But okay, yeah. So yeah, I see what I thought you were going to say, and I don't remember this entirely. I remember the big picture of you talking about whenever you put people in your Sims games, they die.
Yeah.
And somebody in the Discord today was like, wasn't Bunny just talking about putting Ozzy in her Sims? And I'm like, I don't know if she ever mentioned Ozzy in the Sims, but clearly if you don't remember it.
Yeah, I don't think we ever did Ozzy, but I know we did Gene Simmons. So.
Yeah, he's hanging in
But
there.
honestly, he
Same
won
guy.
a lot, so he might not have ever lost.
Yeah, well, he
So
didn't
maybe that's a sign.
sell his soul to the devil. He is the devil, so he ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Demon.
Who is Gene Simmons?
He's the demon from Kiss, the guy with the big tongue and shoots fire.
Oh.
Big fucking dragon shoes.
Aren't they all like real ugly looking without the makeup? Like
They're really
They
old.
did. Well, no. When they were young, they did like a show or a
Yeah,
commercial
I
without
mean,
their
they-
makeup.
Yeah,
and people were
their Lick It Up album was them without their
Yeah.
makeup
The
on.
the best thing I ever saw was, you know who Dee Schneider is from Twisted Sister?
Dan Schneider.
Dee Schneider.
No.
That we're not gonna take it.
Oh,
that
okay.
band. So, and he wore all this crazy makeup and stuff, but you know, he wasn't being anti-Semitic. He's a very Jewy looking guy, Dee Schneider, right? And it was so funny because when Gene Simmons took off his makeup, because I think they're at least him and who's the other one, Paul Stanley, or who's his buddy?
Paul Stanley.
I think
Paul
they're both.
Stanley's the star child.
Yeah. Who's the Gene Simmons and somebody else are always in it, right? Because like the
Probably Paul Stanley.
okay, but they're both Jews. I believe,
Okay.
and
You've
so
identified them.
Yeah,
Dee
they're all.
Snyder's like, oh, l'chaim, Gene, when he took off his makeup, because it's like everybody, I guess, in that world knew that it's like you're just some, you know, very Semitic looking Jewish dude under that, but you present as this, not that. You present as kind of like this total, you know, alpha sex symbol, which not to say Jews can't be sex symbols, but certainly not that. He's very
Heavy butt there.
I'm just saying, I'm not going to lose the Jews. According to people, I am Jewish. Jesus fucking Christ. Can I not talk? Can we? This is what's wrong with your culture.
Who?
This is what yours. I come down to tell you this.
Mine?
I've come down.
Yours, Tech. Listen
all
up,
the
Tech.
people.
Oh, my culture or their culture?
People.
Okay.
Your culture.
Humans.
Okay.
Because you can't, you can't even say that he's a Jewish-looking dude.
Well, you can't say. I mean, you can say. We probably shouldn't say Jewy. Yeah, he's real Jewy. Like that's probably not good.
Why? It's not an insult. I am Jewish according to a lot of people.
Yeah, but like this guy looks Jewish versus this guy's Jewy.
Would you be offended if somebody said somebody was like Mexican-y? Like they seemed
Would
Mexican?
I?
Would you take that as a...
I not if they were... Oh, Tech? I mean...
Me? I don't care. Use whatever language you want.
Do you agree that there is a trope for a Mexican person visual? Like a male Mexican tends to be dark skin compared... Right? I mean, that's not... That's,
I hear what you're saying, but
fun
like...
little mustache.
Like... I can't make... I don't want to get canceled, but imagine like...
Why would you get canceled?
What if you were to say like, oh, that person is very... Instead of Jewy, you're like, that guy's very like black-like, you know? The guy's... Yeah, he's a real... E, you know? He's a this color E.
What?
You know? I'll say for Mexicans, like, he's real brownie. Like, yeah, okay. Like my dad, like, yeah, my dad's real brownie. It sounds kind of bad.
I don't know. Black is a little... Black is like, oh, it's obvious that person is black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Gene Simmons actually a Jewish person?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. They are.
You got a problem with the Jews now?
Do
First
I?
the blacks and now the Jews?
I fuck a Jew. Do you fuck a Jew?
Not in a while.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Who out here is actually...
You think my daughter's Jewish or you fucking somebody else?
By blood.
My mom wasn't Jewish.
And?
So
Yeah,
a lot of the Jew religion
One
says...
drop of blood, Jaffe, is all it takes.
On the mother's side.
Says who?
The Jews.
Do they get to
Says
decide
the-
everything, Jaffe? Is that what you're saying? That
They
only Jews get to
Jews
decide what the
decide,
world
that's right.
what the world is?
By Jew law.
Jew law. It's a very Jewy law.
Sorry,
It's a very Jewy
arrest
law.
me, put me in the court. I broke
You
Jew
know?
law.
Matthew says the way you're saying it's worse, Tech. Right. I'm not insulting Jews. Wow. Really, K-Nubs? We went from 100. Then fuck them, man. I'm tired of this culture being such fucking babies. I'm the most respectful person you know. I don't give a fuck what
That's not true.
Oh, really?
You made Anna G leave.
Anna G came back. She was helping somebody move furniture. I knew
That
she
was
a
over
good-
the efforts of an entire community trying to win her back.
Look, all I'm saying, and this is in no way a come on at all, is that men and women cannot be friends.
Hello?
That's a line from a movie. All right, let's move on. The point is, Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons, the well-known Jew
Yeah, it's Jew guy. He's a
and
Jewish guy.
Jewish-looking man
Yeah.
who hid it all with
We're all very Jewish
white
looking.
paint. That sounds like
Yeah,
Israel.
it's whiteface. They're doing whiteface.
Yeah, it's Israel.
Yeah, they technically were.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
we're all thinking it.
But it's interesting to me, says Nubs, and I want to talk about the things that are interesting to me and offensive to others. Yeah. I mean, well, look. Okay, but here's the deal. He says, great strategy to grow. Look, you think we're going to grow? You think we're going to grow by, and I want to talk about inside baseball, but it relates to this topic, though. You think we're going to grow by just playing the middle anyway and telling people what they already know and want to hear? The fact that you can't even be a supporter, like I'm the most progressive guy you've ever met. I support immigration. I support birthright citizenship. I support the Dreamer Project, all of this stuff. If I can't say, oh, there are people that you can look at that are stereotypically Mexican looking. And that's nothing's wrong with being Mexican looking. Maybe the issue is you think something's wrong being if you're a Mexican looking person. I just go, oh, well, that's, it's a stereotypical look. Now, it doesn't mean they are from Mexico, but, I've lived on a border state most of my life. More often than not, they tend to be or tend to have heritage there. How is that an insult?
I don't know. I just feel like with the Jewish people in particular, I feel like there's a lot of posters put out in places that were like, make sure you notate any Jewy behavior or something. You know, like I feel like that might have a different connotation.
Where
than, like,
in the world have you seen a poster that says "Make sure"?
well, not
you
me, but maybe like a great grandfather of mine in Germany might have seen something.
Okay,
like
well,
that.
yeah, because it was a racist, anti-Semitic place.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like identifying people based on like certain things. I mean, like you're this group for sure. You got these features. It's maybe a little bit of like a step. Maybe.
Yeah, but
a
isn't it
little.
kind of crazy to pretend like some people don't have certain characteristics that are specific to
And
their
it's not.
I don't
race?
disagree.
like,
It's not an
it just
insult.
seems, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, it's not an
disagree.
insult. It's just pointing at it. I mean,
It's
you know,
not. It's not me.
noticing it.
I'm not. I'm not.
I mean,
here
do you
for-
look at this nose and go, you know what? That guy probably is a
I
Protestant.
had no idea you were Jewish until like your daughter told me. And I was
Okay,
like, oh,
I'm a
okay.
pretty Jewy looking dude.
Says who?
Says
but also, I
the
do want to say
people-
you were
says ChatGPT
earlier-
on the LooksMax app.
earlier. You were saying that oh something Schneider, obviously Jewish. I don't know what the fuck the Jewish last names are.
Okay, well, I'm telling you then, as somebody
Yeah.
who had a bar mitzvah and danced the hora, that Schneider tends to be a relatively Jewish name.
Is the whore like the stanky leg?
I think it's
It's nothing like horchata.
you dance the hora. I don't know what it is. Right, exposing Boogie says most Jewish looking nose I've seen. Willie says Aussie's on. Shut up, whore! Fucking son of a bitch. Yeah, go watch Aussie.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not exposed to a more tumultuous like climate with
Tumultuous.
race. Yeah.
Yeah, that one too.
Yeah. Growing up, it's been like a fairly Hispanic area that I grew up in. And then in my professional life, you just aren't allowed to be racist professionally. Right. So I didn't see a lot of people being like, these are the things you have to look out for in the Jews. I never saw that.
There's nothing you have to look out for.
No. What I'm
with the
saying.
Jews.
I know what I'm
What the fuck
saying.
are you talking about?
Hold on, motherfucker.
Is there
What-
a list that I haven't seen?
You seem to know it. You seem to know,
I
like,
know that there
these
are
are the
na-
Jewish
He's just
features.
pointing out the
This is the Jewish
features.
name.
features and names.
These
not
are the
a
Jewish
list of things
behavior.
I have to look out for.
But no, those are the things you know. I don't know the list. I'm not.
There
That's
is no
not
I'm
like
list.
not up
saying
to
they'll
date.
steal your panties.
I don't
Like,
know.
that's
Is
not
that a
like,
thing?
Watch out
I
for
don't
'em.
know.
Jesus.
I'm not up to date. I don't know the. Someone of my show said a slur when I was doing the lolcow dark thing, and I didn't know. I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah, you should have checked the list, I guess.
I don't have the list. You guys have the. I guess you guys know the.
Yeah,
the
it's
things.
Schindler's List.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's Schindler's List. Jesus. Really? Yeah. Simon says, release the Jew list, Jeff. Yeah, let me go. Every morning we get an updated version. You know, so.
I don't know what you're subscribed to.
Yeah.
Waffles wants to know, how was it working on Django Unchained?
Oh, it was so great. So.
I heard you were the producer for that.
So many Jews were there. It was great.
Oh, the director.
Uh,
Is that what the movie's
Thank
about?
you, buddy. No,
I was a little
you
confused. I watched it, yeah.
When you got a little confused, what are you, Willie Farnsworth?
Well, I can't identify the Jewish people, so maybe there were a ton of Jews. I don't know.
in the old west of.
How am I supposed to know?
Probably on the set.
Oh well, yeah.
Well, 'cause they run Hollywood? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that was a joke.
Look, I don't. All my point is for me it's weird because I didn't hang around a lot of like racist people growing up. Not saying that you're racist, but I'm saying like the list of things that people will critique about different races. I don't fucking have that list either. I don't know. When people are gonna say shit, I'm like,
Do you know Where's Waldo was a Jew?
Oh my God! Look what Anna G wrote.
no wonder Jaffe complains about money all the time. Because the show's not getting a lot of donations. What does this mean to you?
Because that is a Jewish. That is a.
Oh,
Jewish,
is that a Jewish thing? Can you
Making a
identify
joke.
that?
Well, you know, to be fair, one time you did say she was anti-Semitic, so maybe she's just wearing the hat you put on her.
That could be.
You know what?
Could be.
You would make a great racist because you know all the things. You know every single one.
I could not be that though.
Yeah, but you know, like if you were gonna roll into it,
You
like,
have not heard the trope that Jews and money and they're always good with money and they are very greedy people. That's like an insult that gets thrown at the Jews all the time.
In my life, I've met like 15 Jewish people.
Yeah, and in my life, I've met like 12 Mexican people, but I still am aware
That's
of the
not
tropes.
true.
Okay.
Well, I
You
gotta
have
say,
mates.
every single Jewish person I've ever went to school with or anything, they all got pennies thrown in front of them.
I heard a great joke
like there was
about
always
that
that
one.
joke.
Like a rock star? Like the
No,
girl's just like,
like-
let me take off my panties.
It
No,
was
like-
like a
Toss my panties
pick
at
it up, like no.
It's like
pennies,
pick it up,
like,
Panties?
penny,
Yeah,
like a
that was
denomination
always
of money.
like a joke.
Oh.
Yeah,
But the better
to just throw
joke,
it in front of them.
I thought Jews were hot or
the
something.
better joke though is, they keep doing that, and then one day, much later in life, they run into the same Jew and they go, "Hey, why are you so good with money?" And the Jewish guy's like, "Well, if you're gonna keep throwing your pennies, I'm gonna keep picking them up. What do you expect's gonna happen?"
Every penny you threw at me from
Right.
kindergarten to
Yeah.
senior year.
It's like, thanks for my retirement, you fucking racist moron. I like how Tech likes to pretend. I don't know what racism is. I don't see color.
No,
I never heard of racism.
There wasn't a lot of like Jewish hate where I grew up. There was a ton of like inter-Hispanic hate. Like I know all the bad things to say about like a Dominican person or a Cuban person or like a Salvadorian person.
Yeah.
Right? I know that, but I just don't know the ones for like Jewish people. I mean,
Jaffe
we had
is
none.
not Jewish, but people tell me I am, so I just go with it at this point. Somebody told me, a guy who was in the IDF in our community says, "You are culturally Jewish, you're not religious Jewish." I'm like, okay, fine. I don't even, sure. As long as people know I don't believe in religion, if you just want to say culturally in America, you are a Jewy fella, I'm like, okay, I'm down with that. My mom was Southern Baptist. My dad was a Jew from Eastern Europe, or his family was from Eastern Europe. But anyway, the point is this. Jaffe react to Nick Fuentes' clip. I don't know anything about that
There's
clip.
a ton of Fuentes clips.
I know, but which one? Is he talking to me? Yeah, there's tons. So,
There's one where he's getting his penis sucked by another guy.
yeah.
You watch that one?
I don't want to watch any of them. Let's keep
Well.
moving on. Oh, Don Rickles, man. Yeah, Don Rickles. See, that's the thing. I get it. Don Rickles was before my time, although I did see him live, which was so fucking funny. And I understand I'm 56 years old, and I don't think my culture or my age culture is right and your age culture is wrong. But I understand now making it to 56 and going, it's not about the good old days or anything like that. It's just the scenarios I went through allow me to look at someone like Don Rickles and go, that guy was a sweetheart. He joked around. He also joked about himself, but there was a joy in being able to just take the air out of that tire of everybody so terrified of saying the wrong thing, that I think we have some of that now in comedy, but I don't think we have it like we had it with Rickles. Is there like a great kind of insult comedian that is doing what he did, but for more modern day sacred cows?
I like when you talk about stuff from your childhood, Jaffe, but you were earlier saying we got to be topical. We got to bring up Don Rickles was born in 26.
Yeah, we're not talking about Don Rickles as the man.
Yeah,
we're talking
he saw
about
the
Bill
Dust
Burr.
Bowl.
There you go. Robert says Bill Burr.
Yeah, Bill
okay.
Burr, yeah.
I could see that. We're talking about who today might do for the audience what Rickles did, and I think Bill Burr does a great deal.
I feel like these people in the chat are more cultured than I know they're more cultured than I am when it comes to like the media and comedian. I have no idea who this Rickles guy is. I'm looking at him for the first time.
He's fucking hilarious.
He has a weird face.
Oh yeah.
He looks like if Sid Meier was like addicted to
and
McDonald's.
he would tell you that. He was never going around going, I'm some kind of good looking dude. He ran with Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin and all the Rat Pack, but he was like, I'm kind of the tubby Jew that happens to get along with these guys. That was sort of his shtick.
He's Jewish?
Yeah.
What part of his face says Jewish? How do you identify these people so quickly? I don't get it.
Well, I know he's Jewish because that's part of his shtick. He talks about it.
So a Jewish person can look non-Jewish.
Yeah, there's a great clip with who's the guy,
I'm so
Bunny,
confused.
in the Hangout who has the man purse or the Hangover.
Oh yeah, Zach Galifianakis.
Yes, and on his Between Two Ferns, he's talking to Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
And he says, what advice would you give to a young actor who wants to hide his Jewishness as well as you have? But I mean, so there are people who don't look Jewish, but there is a Jew look. And it's not an insult.
I don't know. I guess I'll ask AI today, probably Grok, hey, I want to get better at identifying a group of
Jews.
It'll know. Apparently it knows better than the rest of us.
Yeah. But yeah, what I would say on that is that it's Semitic is what we're really talking about, like Eastern European. Can you have a total WASP guy who decided to convert to Judaism or whatever. Sure.
What's a wasp?
What is it?
White Anglo-Saxon Protestant or something.
Yeah. That's like the America that all these guys that don't want the great replacement are fighting for or something.
Oh. I would just call you all white.
Yeah.
The Jewish people are white.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, depends who you ask. A lot of these white people do not like that because they're like, no, you're just white presenting, Jeffy. You're not one of the
I don't care.
The pure Europeans. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
White.
You say that like it's a good thing. What the fuck do I care? The fuck do I care? These people. Let's move on. Action.
This is Don Rickles.
Watch some Don Rickles at some point. He's a funny dude. He's a funny dude. Okay, now, just leave this for a moment. There are 4 creeps of the week this week, fellas. I'm going to give you all 4 briefly, and then I want you to put up a poll. Okay? We'll call the first one Sex Doll.
Handcuff Harry.
We'll just call him Sex Doll.
Okay.
This guy calls the police. He says, you need to come in my home and clear my residence. There was a trespasser named Aretha.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, oh, shit. Okay. So the cops go in and they search through his bedroom and they find 3 sex dolls, all of them sadly, tragically underage sex dolls.
What?
Well, and it's I'm using the words of the article because I didn't know they made dolls for this. I understand that some creeps will do this, but it says he had sex with each of the dolls multiple times. It says during the execution of the search warrant, they found dolls lying on or near the bed. They were child-size sex dolls in his bedroom. He had sex. He was trying to pierce the nipples of them. One was like really, really, really young doll, and the others were like preteen dolls, right? And so what was interesting about this, besides just being super creepy and the fact that he thought someone in his house was Athena, and he's the one who called the cops on himself. It's like, dude, but when they booked him, the guy, all of his priors, he made it to 60 years old, and all of his priors, none of it was sexual offenses. So, if maybe that, right, exactly, Robert says, but if it's keeping him from harming kids, right, man, that's what I'm saying. It's illegal to own those. You can't have those, I guess. It says in the article it's trafficking or trafficking paraphernalia or something like that, which, of course, is horrific. But I do wonder, though, if that kept him 60 years, never was a sex offender.
We don't know if he's
done
it or not. He hasn't been called for it.
All right, so there's Creep of the Week. Before we move on to Creep 2, Bunny, Tech, any thoughts on this freaky deaky dude?
I hate him.
I also don't like him.
Okay.
I wouldn't shake his hand.
Fair enough.
No.
All right, let's move on to the second one. This guy is an executive, co-owner of a company. He got drunk at a company event. I think he went up to a balcony and he urinated off the balcony and it hit a bunch of people. And he was released from jail on a $500 bond. So it's a little freaky. Your friend did that?
I'm saying free him. Free my man.
Oh, okay.
He did nothing wrong.
Well, now you can, and I looked this up because, yes, Sterling says men can't have hobbies anymore. I looked this up, though, because I was kind of like, can urine hurt you? And it's like, it can, but it's got to be real specific. It's got to go into, like, your eye, and it has to be infected. Chances are it's just going to be the grossness of it, or it says the psychological humiliation of it. So, and I don't think he was up there targeting people. Like,
He's just being up about
he
it.
wasn't looking for like Jewy looking people like Tech does.
Jesus.
You're
not invited to my fucking bar mitzvah.
But he was pissing on people.
You said he had 4 stories? I only have 3.
I'm not done. But I did look this up. I did look this up because I was curious, and one person wrote, "Will you hand me my phone, Tech, please? Because I'm lazy." I wanna read you this because somebody wrote in and said, is it dangerous to piss inside of a vagina? This is why we don't have sponsors, but this
Exposing Boogie says, I'd take a golden shower from one of the hosts.
Not me. Listen to this. I'd pee on you if you were on fire, I suppose.
Don't do that.
Tonight I peed in a woman's vagina, they said. First time for both of us, and we just wanted to try. I was as deep as I could get, and I peed a lot. She said it felt awesome. For me, at times, it felt really good, like an extra long-lasting orgasm, but in short bursts, it would burn or sting. Then when I was done, I saw there was a bit of blood coming out of my urethra. I love Urethra Franklin. Remember, she came back with Freeway of Love. I peed again in the shower, and we had sex again in bed. I ejaculated. I went and peed again, and there was a bit of bright red blood.
Well, this was not a story approved by me, by the way. Came up with this.
No, I didn't make it up.
I know.
I'm not done yet.
Science.
I was very curious about, is this guy one of our freaks of the week? Because maybe he knew putting urine on somebody was bad, and it led me down this, vagina hole. This lady wrote, I'll be chasing you out the door with a machete if you pee inside my vagina. So no, it is not safe. And then a doctor wrote in and said, as a rule, in a healthy male, urine is antiseptic, a high ammonia concentration being one reason. A vagina is a tube, he says. Whatever liquid is placed in there will either drain out or be gradually absorbed by the mucous membrane. The cervix opening leading to the uterus is so tiny and unlikely to admit any appreciable amounts of urine that may be present. So don't worry about it.
We added him to the list.
Who?
That guy.
Well, wait, it sounds like you can just, it's fun. Pee in it.
You can pee in the vagina if you want.
I don't.
You can just do it.
Yeah.
You have a little bit of pee in the vagina as a treat.
You don't have to do all these names of weird fucking sex things. I imagine, what would that be called? Like a pee straw? What would you call that? Like a water slide?
Sunday morning delight.
Oh, what's the move called for peeing in a vagina?
Peeing in a vagina. Sterling says, please. She is by Sterling's bed, she has like at the pool. Please no pee in the vagina is what it says. No, I don't know. I don't know what the name.
It's the WWW. It's the wee wee womb.
Oh, okay.
Wee wee
Wee wee womb.
Okay.
Sounds like you have like a speech impediment.
Wee wee womb.
Wee wee womb. I love it.
Third guy.
Okay,
or fourth guy now.
Well, now this guy, and this is, I don't know what to tell you about this fella. He's out at the Lowe's parking lot, and someone's like, there's a weird sound coming from, how they have the sheds they sell. You see a picture over there on the left, like sheds for your backyard and shit to put things in.
Yeah.
They hear a noise coming, and they look inside, and there's this man laying down making sexy noise. And they open up the door, and he's gotten a big tub of Vaseline, and he's in there watching porno on his phone, and he's masturbating inside the shed in the Lowe's. And what is that? Do you think this?
Was it raining outside?
I don't know, but here's the question, though. This is a guy, Miss Bunny, who is it that he was either so fucking horny that the mood just hit him, like it was like, it's like, I'm gonna die if I don't do this,
kill somebody.
Or do you think he was just crazy and had no idea where he was? I don't know. What do you think? Or maybe that's his kink.
That, or my first thought was maybe it was raining outside and that was a homeless man, and he was like, this is my jerking it hour and I can't do it in the rain.
Anyway,
So he was like,
he's got, come on, I got some standards. I'm not going to do it in the rain. It's 3:30.
Yeah.
It's raining. Of course,
I might be homeless, but I don't want to be wet.
I don't have,
homeless.
but I still have
Crazy.
some class.
K-Nubs $5 earlier said, Tech and Chaffee not knowing how to run a show and arguing about it is my favorite part of Madhouse. I chose not to read that until 10 minutes after it was donated because we don't know how to run a show. And then we have K-Nubs again for $2 says, you don't have to read this. Just take my money.
Thank you, buddy. And then thank you, Nick. How you guys doing? Member for a month. Thank you, buddy. We're doing well. We're doing well.
You ready for the poll?
No, I got one more.
No, you don't. I only have 4 options.
I don't tell them all.
No, I only have 4 options. I'm not doing it.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
What? Okay, you added one, but fine. Go ahead.
We have all right, so we have
Just go ahead.
The doll diddler dude.
The doll diddler dude. We know who that is.
Yeah, he's the small sex dolls.
Mm-hmm.
We have PP Power Trip Pal. who's
That's the guy who
executive peed off the railing.
peed off the railing.
We have We in the Womb Warrior.
That's
who's
the one who peed in the vagina.
Inside the vagina,
Yeah.
as deep as he could. And then we have Lubed in Lowe's Lad.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so
Alliteration.
I am not going to skew the thing, but I'll tell you the creep of the week for me, I think that one's a pretty obvious one. I think that's a pretty obvious one. I would be stunned if it doesn't get close to 100%, although it's at 57% right now.
12 votes.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
So we'll let it sit there and we'll move on. We'll come back to it. But
Sounds good.
yeah.
Meanwhile,
if you're enjoying the show, why don't you consider a subscription, a membership, sharing it with your friends. It's the best goddamn late night show on the internet. You know it and I know it. You don't want to admit it because you don't like the Jews. You don't like the Mexicans. You don't like the black people up there like Miss Bunny Button. But the fact is we bring the entertainment and we get no respect. We're like the Caitlin Clark of the YouTube set. You know how much Caitlin Clark makes?
I don't know.
Caitlin Clark is
that?
the big superstar WNBA player. She's phenomenal.
I know who that is.
Right. She's blowing up, and she's bringing a lot of eyes and attention to the WNBA.
Yeah, how much you make?
Guess.
$90K.
$80K.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not fair.
Why is it not fair?
Well, it is fair, but it's not fair.
Isn't she like I think 20 or 30,000 more than like the average or something?
No, what I would say is that I don't know what
average
the
NBA
average is, but
yeah,
obviously you are as valuable as the money you can make for the people who pay you. So
which is negative 12,000
right now, because she has been bringing a lot of eyeballs to the WNBA. I would hope that when she renegotiates, she's going to get like a decent amount.
I hope not.
But what bothers me about it is that no one has a problem when it's the guys making tons of money.
I think you're skewed by the liberal left, like cuckold.
Are you telling me that guys, when they hear about
the WNBA deserves no money?
Why?
Okay. The 2024 WNBA had someone did a breakdown on the economics of that fucking league, right?
Yeah.
And if you took just the salary of the players playing the basketball, the women playing the basketball, and you took the cost it takes to do the thing, right? Just those two components, right? The women are given a subsidy of $12,000 per player over what the WNBA makes, not including salary for the coaches.
Yeah, what you're saying is it's a money loser, so why would they not spend the money? Because it's supply and demand.
No. What I'm saying is, if you're going to say, like, oh, the player should make more money, they are costing per player $12,000 more than operating costs just on the salaries. That's not including coaches. It's not including the real estate for the stadiums or whatever and the maintenance crews and all that. When you factor in all that, they're like almost 2.5x in the red of what the operating costs are, right? But when you look at the men playing the sports, right? For like, let's say one basketball player, average basketball player salary is going to be a six figures, like $180,000 a year thing, right? When you take what they're making for the
I get it. But what you're arguing
is
okay, but that's not my point. That's why I made sure to say what I said.
Yeah,
I am not trying to sell you guys that the WNBA makes a lot of money. They lose money. I get that.
Yeah.
But look at ticket sales in the last year and what has been attributed to Caitlin Clark. She is turning that league into something people are actually talking about, and now they are making more money because of that. And it doesn't mean that they're in the black or the red, but I said when it's time to renegotiate her contract, she needs to be making way more than $80,000.
Yeah, I think she currently makes 30% more than your average WNBA player.
It doesn't matter.
Maybe she should be making double.
Well, I'm just saying. She's not MJ or Kobe. No, she's not. But she still brings people to that sport. She is absolutely valuable to that sport. Just look up, we're going to get off sports, but just look up ticket sale increase Caitlin Clark and just see what it says.
I do see her name a lot, and I had no idea.
She's great.
But I see people talking about her all the time.
Can Bun Bun push a squish friend? Not for $2, Waffle. I mean, Bun Bun's her own woman, but I would hope she would want to set the price a little higher because she's worth it, like Caitlin Clark.
Punch the hell out of him.
For how much?
What do you think? $5?
$5. Well, $3 because he already gave
his dumb
$2.
Little face. Yeah.
All right, what do you see?
Across the league, there isn't significant change, but specifically for the team she played in,
she plays in
93% increase in sales, which is good. It's good.
Yeah, it's almost 100.
What also is crazy is 4 days ago she had an injury, or about a week ago.
Yeah.
And it has cost the price of the WNBA All-Star Game ticket that she was supposed to be in to drop 48% in less than a day.
Because they want to see her.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing inherent about female athletes. In fact, one could argue, I mean, that's why I like watching women wrestle more than men. I don't know why a bunch of guys seem to love watching dudes wrestle. Not that I have a problem.
Because it's not sexual. It is
I get it.
Competition of skill.
I get it.
I want to see the top skills.
I understand. Yeah. But I also want to see sexy ladies grunting and sweating and flopping all over each other.
Female volleyball makes, I think, 3x. Like the players that play female volleyball professionally make 3x what the male volleyball players
Right.
play.
So all I'm saying, there is a market for it. Yeah. Right. Now, if somebody in the chat said if they made, now I don't think a lot of the WNBA women are that attractive, but if they made a lot of attractive ladies, you know, in a sport and they weren't wearing a lot of clothes, I'd watch that. I know it's disrespectful, but I'd watch the shit out of that. Yeah. Mish, thank you so much for the very, very, very generous super chat. I don't know what he's sending us. A little picture of
okay, I was incorrect. It's only in Japan. In the U.S. or European markets, women make less in female volleyball. Mish, $20.
What is that he's doing?
It's a bunch of fists for a teddy bear. They want you to punch.
They want you to punch the marshmallow. Don't listen to that sexist bigot bunny bun squeesh.
Squeeze the.
Here we go, Wiley and Mish. Thank you. Oh.
Look at it. Hit you. All right.
No, more.
Yeah.
Because I bet that's a fetish. Everything's a fetish, though. You don't know when she's going to stop. You think she's sweet and everything, then she just turns on a goddamn dime.
Whoa!
Uh-huh.
Bobo got real concerned.
Bobo's like, damn.
Bobo's like, I'm also cute. Yeah, I don't.
What the fuck? Bobo's like, I'm getting the fuck out of this place.
I know.
There's some bullshit here.
Yeah.
All right.
But I mean,
I saw Superman last night. Says Kevin, I thought it was fine, and the last third was pretty great. But why are we confused about what to put? Why are they confused about what to put in a Superman movie? We saw that movie. What does he mean? I don't know what he means.
It does seem like, you know, if they were going to go with any storyline for Superman, why this one? You know, why the international conflict being prevented by Superman? Why his involvement? Why make him like the...
Because it's a timely way to represent the value of the hero.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But I mean, some people are going to be like, classically, Superman doesn't represent these kind of things in the movies.
Sure he does.
In the movies that he's presented in. I know historically, it's like, yeah, it's kind of like a motif to Superman, but was that like anywhere involved in like All-Star Superman?
Well, Kevin says that's not what he's even talking about.
Now show feet. Oh, Jeffy, show feet. Good job. Yeah.
Can't win. All right, let's keep going.
Buddy, how much to show feet?
Not showing my feet on here.
All right, you heard that, Wiley. If you donated $100, no feet, right, Bunny?
No feet.
$200?
Well, yeah. Superman the quest for peace was terrible. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. All right, let's keep rolling. Let's move it along.
Let's keep rolling. Let's move it along. That's what Jaffe said, and I said it again. We have another story, which is Trisha Paytas.
Oh, well, there you go. We already covered this one. We're ahead of the curve. I didn't know who this was. I was just like, she named her baby Aquaman. That's crazy. But now we've linked it to Ozzy Osbourne.
I thought that was her titty down here.
No, that's her baby. Let's get to some DMT. But first, Nusu, thank you very, very much. Appreciate that little sticker, buddy. So, look, I was going to do mushrooms this weekend for the first time, and Tech was like,
don't do that.
Don't do it on the show.
It's illegal.
Fine, whatever. The point is, okay, so you guys may know if you watched the show last night, I took 2 or 3 edibles, and unlike the first night I took them, where I took them all at once, I spread them out like every 40 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever been so fucking high in my life. And I was sitting here in this chair, and I remember there was a moment where you and Sarah had come back from walking the dog or something, and I remember saying, like I'm traveling.
That was before we even left. Yeah.
Whatever, but I was going places, right? And I understand that is not the common. You don't really have
Bunny.
What's this? She's not going to show her feet.
Bunny, you see that?
I'll show you my sock.
Oh, baby.
Let me get Bobo's hair off of him.
Oh, you got dirty socks. My socks.
Oh,
Why do people
My
even
socks
think?
aren't dirty.
Well, they always think
Apparently.
my socks are dirty. Mine
they
aren't
just
dirty.
got Bobo hair on them.
Well, mine aren't either. But why do they make fun of me and say mine are? I'm a very classy gentleman.
Look at that.
It's beautiful. Beautiful red socks. Red socks.
why are your feet so small?
Because she's a lady.
How do you walk with those?
She gets carried
Yeah,
by the many
petite feet.
men that need to take care of her.
You were saying
Wiley,
so-
boy, can we acknowledge this massive amount of money that we just got from Wiley? That's a lot of
Thank
money.
you, Wiley.
Thank you, Wiley. I
Wiley.
bet you can't do it again. A wink. No, thanks,
I got 2
Wiley.
feet.
You've only seen half of what I got.
Thank you, Wiley.
Jaffe has a foot fetish confirmed. Wouldn't I have an erection or something? How is it confirmed? I got no problem
Tucked
with
in your camel toe.
Oh, you shut the fuck up, you red-haired floozy
Her hair's
Jezebel.
down. Her hair's down. Her hair's down.
I know, I love it.
Isabel, my goodness.
Jaffe gets so fucking high, and me and Sarah go watch
Thank
like a
you,
Netflix video, or we're like
Wiley.
watching a thing, and we come. I was like, all right, it's time to walk the dogs before we get too tired. And Jaffe's been in this couch, this chair, since the internet went down for like an hour, and he has his phone just like perched on his shoulder.
Because
like
my
this.
speaker's bad, so I'm listening to music.
And he's listening to like some trippy Euro funk techno
No, I'm listening
something.
to fucking
What were you
Comfortably
listening to?
Numb.
And it was.
What are you laughing? That's the best Get High
I'm
song
laughing
ever.
at Tech. I know, I'm laughing at Tech thinking it was whatever he just described it as
Yeah,
instead of
and he's
Pink
lean.
Floyd.
Do you
he's
know
leaned
that
back.
Go ahead.
He's leaned back. His dog is just here staring at him. Like, what are we doing? Like, 'cause the dog's like, I want to go to bed too. And you're just in the way. And so I'm like, Jaffe, it's time to go to bed. He's like, no. I'm traveling, man.
Yeah, and I was seeing
drunk.
I was seeing all kinds of amazing shapes, and I was having vision. It was delightful, right? And but I was also listening to Dreamweaver. That's a great song to listen to. What are you laughing at?
But he's like when
Isn't
you find like your dad in the living room and he's too tired from work and you have to like bring him back. So I'm like, all right, let's go, Jack. And I start lifting him. He's like, no.
I'm traveling.
Oh, Jeffy, next time you're really high like that, I'm sending you a bunch of songs. I got a list, just great songs to listen to.
Yeah. But so, okay, and so I want to do mushrooms. I want to travel. And so what is why? I thought you were going to come here because everybody said to me, you don't want to do mushrooms, Jaffe, if you don't feel like you're with somebody who can sit with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're here now. Why has it been so hard for me to go on a mushroom trip? Because I'd like to go on a DMT trip after.
I'm gonna be candid.
Oh.
All right. You sent me a link to a website that was like, you can get these mushrooms for $150, your area. And I was like,
from our friend on the Discord.
and I had no vetting for it. I had no like other context. You just were like, this is the link, we're buying them tonight. And I was like, no fucking way, Jeff. we're not giving your credit card information to this website. And we're not going to meet up with some dude who's going to end up being the fucking local San Diego Police Department. Because we gave...
Nobody's going after people buying some fucking mushrooms.
Says who, Jaffe?
Says me.
If you have a deep enough tan, they're taking you. What do
Okay,
you mean
well-
they're not going to come after mushrooms now?
No one's coming.
They got to compete. You don't think the police department's going to look at the numbers for like
How
ICE
come
and be like,
everybody...
well, no,
have
we
you
gotta
ever
step
done
it up.
mushrooms?
Yeah.
Bunny, have you?
Okay.
Hang on.
What?
I just want to do a poll. You've done mushrooms, Tech? You've done mushrooms, Bunny?
Yeah.
My children have done mushrooms. Why the fuck
Yeah,
is it
that's
so
like getting on
goddamn
them.
fucking hard for a 54-year-old man with no arrest record to get some
Jackie.
goddamn mushrooms up in here?
If you were here, I would have done. You'd be on PCP by now.
I would love to be
Okay.
on some smack.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Jesus Christ.
PCP, Angel Dust, smack?
Angel Dust, yeah. But
We had
you
different
gotta, you gotta get them prepared. You gotta get them stuff to play with. Get them some Play-Doh. Get them some bubbles.
I
I always keep. Look, I got bubbles.
I hear you, Bunny. but the man took 3 edibles and couldn't leave his recliner.
I didn't want to. I
He
was
took
traveling.
15 milligrams of THC, and he was gone.
I was traveling.
If there was a house fire at 3 edibles in, that's it. It's over.
Okay, fine, but that's why you're trip sitting me, bitch.
I hear you, right? But it's like, we got to step you up, all right? So we're going to...
Even Anna, sweet little Anna G, is saying, let's do mushrooms.
Look, we're gonna get you acclimated to drugs.
How the fuck long is it going to take? I'm tired of... The clock's ticking.
A couple months.
Oh, my...
Pipe clean.
Here's the thing.
Those are always
Another
fun.
another valid point here is, I don't know if I want to give you all the experiences of like drugs immediately in one go. When yesterday you're like, yeah, if I died, that'd be it. That's fine. I don't care.
Throw
I'm
him
not
in the
looking to die.
He's 50-something years old. Throw him in. He can handle it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
His heart's stronger than yours. He ain't ever even done drugs. He's got a heart of a horse. Stallion.
Why does Kevin think I'm actually mad? Why are you so mad? Can you calm down? Yeah, let me calm down right now. You go ahead, take the show, Tech.
Jaffe cannot handle weed. I don't want to put mushrooms in his body. What I think we go next is we build up his
One
tolerance
could
for
argue
marijuana.
I can handle it better than you can because my body is actually using it in the right way to let me travel and commune with these people.
One would argue, fuck you.
Microdose him.
That's
Just give him like a 0.5. Start him off with a 0.5.
Yeah, which one?
See how he's
Look what
doing.
Willie
just-
wrote.
Everyone stay calm.
Hey, everybody's... God, there's some wasp.
You really
in it.
pissed me off today.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
All right, Ted,
talk
go to
about
read
it.
this story. And I'm like, okay. And I pull up the story and I start reading it. No, not like that, Ted. What the fuck?
Yeah, why'd you read it like that? Though?
And then we get down to the next
We
section,
didn't
and
like that.
there's 2 stories on screen. You said, go ahead and read that. So I start reading the top one, as one does, because there was no extra connotation of which one you want me to read.
Because I couldn't show the highlights.
We
of it.
said dog. He did say dog,
Oh.
and I skimmed over it with
Yeah,
my eyeballs,
you
and I saw the one that said dog in it.
You had the opportunity to skim. I'm not skimming yet because I have to read it. Must be like, all right, Jeff, y'all read that, and then just.
What?
All right, I've skimmed it. I know which one to read.
I literally just ran my eyes down the page and found the word
Okay.
dog, and then
You
I knew
and
that
Trisha
was the
Paytas
one.
are
That's what
speed-
I'm saying.
Your speed readers.
I
out
didn't
here.
read it.
Yeah,
I
sure.
literally rolled
Yeah.
my eyes down.
Uh-huh. Speed weeder.
The word dog was in the first sentence of the first one.
Which means I would have
Or
had
the
to read
second one.
read the first sentence, Bunny. That's how that works.
No, you just find the word dog.
Oh, so just read
Okay,
it.
enough. Here's the deal. So anyway, I would very much like to do DMT, and we're gonna do mushrooms in the next 2 weeks. It's getting ridiculous, but anyway,
I have a compromise here.
I don't need a compromise, whore.
Waffles, $5. Jaffe thought he was hallucinating off weed and talking to other world beings. Good luck on shrooms, my man.
Yeah, thank you, Waffles. I
That's-
appreciate
He
the well wishes.
was.
Yeah.
I have
believe
spoken. I've
Jaffe.
recorded this before, and you can hear it somewhere on the internet where I'm talking to these beings, and they tell me. I ask them point blank. I say, "This doesn't make sense. I'm not on DMT. I'm on weed. Why am I seeing you?" And they said to me, and I recorded this on my iPhone, and I put it on the internet when it happened. They said to me, "We know you're not immediately going to be taking that, and this is a way that we can reach you right now." Okay, now
You're telling me y'all don't want this man to do mushrooms?
I
Y'all are
have
insane.
people to talk to. They need to see me.
How lucky
Yeah,
are you that
I
you
agree.
get the fucking like mushroom experience off of 2 edibles?
I imagine what it's going to be like when it's mushrooms.
Well, you
I
fucking
know.
just
You're
be
gonna
s-
find God.
be fucking satisfied.
Anyway,
with
so
what
the
gift you
point
got.
is, though, where is shut up. Oh, God, I'm gonna, no. Okay.
Leaded gasoline burned a brain like a hole in your brain, I bet, and that's why weed fucks you up.
Maybe
What are you, 1970,
71.
71? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, leaded gasoline took you out.
Okay, here's what I can tell you though. Let me get to the point though. There's a guy who is a DMT researcher, and this kind of aligns with what Bunny sent us earlier about DMT on the Discord. I don't know if you have that, you can pull up. But this guy was did an interview. He'd been on Rogan, but then he was talking to this other guy. I forget who he is. He's not as big as Rogan, but he talks about a lot of these topics. And what he brought up was, he said, is the reason when I had my DMT trip that I saw these kind of machine elves and stuff, is that because Terrence McKenna has kind of primed the pump for people now when they do DMT that they are going to see these things. But there's nothing inherently accurate. It's just that's our culture conditioning. And the researcher said, he said what's really interesting, he says that you can go back not just to the 1950s before McKenna, when the nurse who wrote about it said they were like little gnome creatures, but you can go back to medicine men in South America going back thousands of years. And of course they didn't call them elves, but they described them as these little whimsical small creatures that would dance and sing. And he said that they would actually come into your body, and when you die, they leave your body and stuff. So the idea that McKenna is the guy that's making everybody see elves, he's going, I haven't seen that in my research. What I've seen is there does seem to be a consistent descriptor of the various entities that kind of live in this DMT realm. And he says his theory is that these characters have been around us forever, just in this other dimension that's next to our dimension. And they are smarter than us. They look out for us. Some of them don't. There are some that are apparently very evil. Like they call them psychic autopsies, where they kind of look like praying mantis type creatures, and they'll rip people's bodies apart. He said that's also a common thing people come up with on DMT. And then Bunny, you shared, this guy wrote a book that is going to be on the show, I think. What is his name again?
David J. Brown. David
J. Brown, Bobo's dad, I guess. But his book is all about the various entities that he has met. Is he a big user of this?
Well, he's been like a part of a lot of studies and research with DMT. He wrote like the field guide for DMT entities.
Right.
Like what they look like, their characteristics, like it's all in one book.
Yes. So and this is a new book, right?
I think this one is his new one.
I would love to get this book and read it and have him come on. And I guess because I haven't done DMT yet, I kind of want to do it before I meet with the guy. But
oh, you'll love him. He's really into AI and stuff. Like, he's into all. You'd just love him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if DMT really is a gateway to interdimensional beings and whatnot. I don't know that, but it's compelling enough that I would like to explore it, because even last night, the things I saw don't have to be anything other than just brain chemicals out of whack. I don't demand of them a spiritual explanation, but it's a hell of a journey. That's for sure.
From what I've read and been told by my friend, he makes his own DMT and stuff, and he was saying that the whole point of it is you're supposed to move through each of these levels, meeting these different entities, and you're supposed to stay calm in each one. You're not supposed to like show that you get further the calmer you are. And he said most time you fuck up the first time right off the bat, and then you do DMT again, like.
You acclimate to this.
Get further.
Yeah. So how could what's really weird about all this stuff is that all of this religion where there's no evidence of, right? You gotta have faith, and then there is this. There are these psychedelics that will allow you, even if it's just in your head, to have some crazy experiences that a lot of people say feel spiritual. There are a lot of famous religious leaders in certain kingdoms that would go off and do mushrooms and come back and think they had spoken to God. And that was sort of where a lot of their wisdom that they gave to the various kings they were advising came from. And so I don't know why the whole world isn't like, oh, I would very much like to try this. I want to experience that, I don't know why you're so negative on it, man.
Stuff is all fucking made up. It's all fantasy.
What are you talking about? You're telling me as a Mexican or part Mexican.
What does it have to do with anything?
Because the Mexican culture, at least, the Mexican culture, but that region Isn't that the culture that introduced a lot of this stuff to us when it came to things like peyote and when it came to things like having more of, I don't mean indigenous people in terms of like Native American type people with like connection to the land, but all the sort of the spirituality and stuff. I thought a lot of that was a Mexican import that we got.
Like peyote, yeah, a little bit, but like
so you're just not good to your people.
Yeah. How profitable is this
I
show,
think
David
if
Jaffe,
everybody
Mr.
did
Jaffe, Jaffe the
mushrooms-
Jew, Jaffe? Is that? Yeah. You're not keeping up with your things either.
My things.
Yeah, this show's not profitable.
Oh, because I'm according to
Jewish.
some Jewish, it should be
It should
profitable.
be profitable, and we should be having investments based on it. And we should have
We really
advertising.
should.
Crunch
Why are we
them
not sponsored by
numbers.
Hollywood?
I'm a terrible Jew.
Well,
That's what it is. I'm the worst kind of fucking Jew.
look, I
Have
just
you called Walmart and told them that you're a Jew yet?
Do you
Because
know?
got to do that for it to activate.
I didn't know that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Do you know they sell sex toys at Walmart?
yeah.
That- I didn't know
I think I
that.
saw
Why-
that they sell like bullet vibrators.
That was
Yeah.
the fourth freak of the week, by the way. I actually did have a fourth one where he was caught stealing like is right under $1,000 because
Sex
it's a
toys.
misdemeanor. If it's over 1,000, it's a felony. Right under $1,000 worth of all kinds of sex toys that he got him at the Walmart. I'm like, I've never seen my Walmart sell the sex toys, but maybe
Yeah, I
they don't.
think
You're
it's
not
like
looking.
I'm really
where the
not.
lube and stuff's at, the
Yeah.
condoms and lube.
The adult health area
Okay.
is what they call it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's more fantastical to try and think that there's some other species of entity that exists out there that you can only access when you're high, versus saying like, oh, my brain's making this up.
I don't think anyone. See, that's the problem with people like you when it comes to this kind of topic. You think people like me are living in some kind of fantasy land.
Don't assume what I think of you.
You just said it.
I said no. I said it seems like the bigger jump is to think there's another entity out there versus just being like, oh, my brain is making up these like representations.
But
of
do you
ideas.
think I am not fully aware that a very valid and potentially even probable explanation for this?
I do. I
Right.
do think that you
But
understand both sides.
Right. So I'm exploring in good faith. If it turned out that I was like, oh yeah, it's all pineal gland releasing DMT for whatever reason, and we call it a near-death experience, but it's just what we, with our remaining sliver of consciousness, still experience as the brain shutting down, I go, okay, I buy it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be elves, but when I hear these people who are very experienced talk about it,
Yeah, but I would also like to believe that magic's real, and that when I put my pot on the stove and I turn it on, that like one, the heating element, whether that's gas or electric, is what's boiling the water, but also because the universe knows that I want this to happen, it creates an intangible force called boilo. That surrounds my pot and boils
Yep.
my water as well.
Yep.
And without the boilo, it wouldn't boil no matter what physics is involved with heating up the thing.
problem,
Like, yeah, that's technically possible, and
The-
in good faith, I could explore these things.
No.
But like, why the fuck would I entertain it?
because the problem is you make the mistake in this thought experiment that a lot of people do
I
that
make no mistakes.
that call themselves logical, which is you fail to take into account what we don't know, and
can't.
hang on, there is absolute truth to the fact that a lot of things in the past we've ascribed to magic end up being very easily explainable once we understand it. I don't think this is any different, but do I also know that there are so many mysteries when it comes to things that even if you look at quantum physics and you look at mathematical theory, things like possible multiverse, interdimension, that we know there's more than 3 dimensions, right? We know that mathematically, okay? So the idea that we can get our brains barely around the fact that if we lived in a 2D universe, seeing something in the 3D universe would blow our fucking minds, but we can kind of get it. Why can't that be the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th dimensions that math says are there? I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying that it's like, okay, that's compelling and interesting and worth talking
The
about.
fourth dimension is theoretical still.
Of course, but mathematically it has never come close to being disproven. It's hanging in there pretty good as scientific, what do they call it? Hypotheses go.
Yeah, for me, it's like I could probably go and live a happy life not believing in like the chance that this is a thing. I mean, it's whatever for me. I find it boring personally.
Yeah, but you're just boring, right?
Fuck you.
I know. I feel like you're one of those people that wants to learn about life from the ground.
What does that mean?
I always think that about certain people. Like, I don't want to look at anything from like a...
Yeah, you consider it a
Up high,
strength,
or,
like you consider this sense of, you think you're
You're
like
assigning that to me. No,
I am assigning to you the idea that you consider yourselves dogmatic adherence to logic and what you can see. You think that's a strength, and I think you're right 85% of the time. But 15% of the time, you miss out on...
I just find it to be utilitarian.
It is utilitarian.
That is not a strength, not a this, not a that, not a masculine, not a Mexican.
I didn't say Mexican or
I
masculine.
know, but what I'm saying is like it's not that I hold it in some regard that makes it like a better value. Like
I do.
Like morally.
Utilitarianism is probably one of the best things you can be, but I would caution if somebody was asking me against it being your entire life view, because you're going to miss out on some of the magic that is actually there.
Yeah, I like fairy tales and romance.
I'm not talking about
Jaffy.
fairy
I know, but
tales.
what I'm telling you is like you're ascribing to me some type of like altruistic belief system that makes me feel more like stronger or more effective.
I thought altruism is you do things for other people, isn't that
altruistic?
I don't know what that means then. What does that mean?
Like it's the best of the best, like the best possible. Like,
okay,
maybe I'm using it wrong.
I don't think that's what it means, but it might be.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but like some ultimate whatever, like prescription to looking at the universe or the world or drugs or whatever and saying, yeah, he thinks it's stronger to be this guy, so he does it that way.
I don't think you're doing it because you think it's stronger. I think that because of, look, it is a privilege to think the way I do. Your childhood, you survived like a motherfucker because you had to, and you couldn't afford the luxury of thinking of these very foppish thoughts and very intelligentsia thoughts, because you're like, your dad was like, you want to eat? Go figure it out, bitch. And of course that's going to affect that part of you that can be whimsical. But now you're safe. And now we've got you.
Oh my god!
And you should open up.
It's not your fault.
And you should open up the valve a little bit to allow some of the magic, which will ultimately be science. I don't believe in fairy tale magic, but some of the magic that will ultimately be science to come in.
Not ultimately be science. No fucking way. These fucking robot digital elf guys, whatever. What'd you call them? What kind of elves?
Well, I didn't. Terrence McKenna in the '60s famously called them machine elves.
And then you called it machine elves.
Mm-hmm.
That right, because the story I was talking about is a story.
Yeah.
Where a guy is like, "Am I seeing this because Terrence McKenna put it in the culture?"
Some motherfuckers are gonna know the word machine elves and not know who the fuck Terrence McKenna is.
Well,
okay?
you're not too smart enough to watch the show. Then. Get smarter.
You
Get
thought
smarter.
Black Friday was a different thing, dickhead.
Well, a lot of people did.
Well, yeah. See,
That's
just
how you
like
get
machine
smart.
elves, Jaffy.
I don't
Just
have
like
the.
machine
You know what?
elves.
Let's move on, shall
move
we?
on.
Because I just want to
Yeah,
once
you'll beat the
again.
machine.
I want to again thank not Willie Farnsworth, WTF for that very generous donation.
Wiley, thank you for the $100.
Yeah.
21 minutes ago.
No, but it's a lot of money,
and
man.
waffles. Jaffy thought he was hallucinating off weed. Talking to other beings.
Yeah, I did, but it was
crazy.
awesome. I saw. They told me they'd talk to my parents for me.
Waffles, $5. Jaffy, when you self-program, promoted, and released the cult classic Bubsy 3D, why? Also, me want punch squishy thing.
Thank you, buddy. Well, that's up to Miss Bunny, but thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it.
You see Bunny blowing bubbles?
What I do. Oh,
Yeah.
Bunny has a great story.
That was at the circus when she turned 19.
Oh my! She should have been you should have been a wrestler.
People's elbow.
Still bubbles around.
You know, Bubsy 3D though was actually made by the guys who went on to do SOCOM and went on to do MAG and became Zipper. No, IDOS. Sorry, IDOS. Who went on? What are they called? They're the guys who went on to do Bend, Oregon. Those guys who went on to do. Was it SOCOM or was it Siphon Filter?
I'll Google it for you.
I want to say it was Siphon Filter.
The guys who made Bubsy 3D?
Yeah. I think they then did Siphon Filter, and then they did Days Gone. Zipper was SOCOM, not Bend, Oregon.
Bend Studio or Twilight Games?
It was Eidetic is what they were called. That's right. Yeah. Anyway, point being,
Days Gone.
yeah.
Bend
All right.
Studio.
But Bunny told me when we met her in real life that one time, I don't remember how it came up, but you were like, you always carried bubbles in your purse.
And Siphon Filter.
Oh,
And I was just like, that's amazing. That's like
my mama, when I used to get home from school, she would always, especially if I had people like coming home with me or something, she would get behind the door, and when you walked in, she'd blow bubbles at you and say, "Bubble party."
Oh,
My mama's nuts.
I love that. Thank you, K-Nubs, for the super
always
chat. He
wait for
says,
the bubbles.
Jaffe, tell me more stories about working for Ubisoft. I had one meeting with Ubisoft with all of these guys at a steakhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my agent had dinner or lunch with Yves Guillemot and all of these guys who ran the company. And we thought we were going to get an offer from those guys. Like, they called us, and they're like, that's the best pitch we've ever heard. And my agent was like, any day now. And I was like, fucking sweet, you know. In fact, I remember I was in Alabama because my dad was, you know, in hospice, and I had gone out to pay their electric bill, and I felt like, we're going to be so fucking rich. There was this lady in front of me who couldn't afford to pay her bill, and I was like, you know what, lady, I got it. I paid her electric bill and everything. Not that I wouldn't have done it if I had the money, and I did anyway, but because I thought the Ubisoft deal was locked, and it never, you know, it ain't. My dad always said, and it's true, it's not a done deal till the check clears the bank, and that's fucking true. All right, what do we got next? Let's move on down the road, my friends. Don't forget, like the stream. Tell your friends, God damn it. You got to be crazy not to love this stream. Also, consider reaching into your hearts and wallets and offering up a super chat or a membership. We would appreciate it. It keeps the lights on and allows all kinds of mushroom purchases to allow me to continue to commune with the angels.
We have this one by...
This is what we just talked about.
Yeah, which is bad. I don't like it. We have, whoa!
Here we go now. Now, here's some shit, boys. Now, okay. Have you watched this whole thing? I've watched a lot of it. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but this is, what is the show called where they have the red flags?
Jubilee.
Jubilee.
And this is called, I think, like 1 versus 20 or something like that.
Right. And this guy, what's his name? Who's
Mehdi
something.
Mehdi.
He's a left liberal guy, and he's surrounded by a bunch of super conservative people, and a lot of these clips have gone viral. And what do you mean watch the viewers drop off? This is fascinating. This is a fascinating thing, because you've got, now again, is it entertainment? The people who put on Jubilee say no, we're trying to actually facilitate real conversation. So, but he thought he was going to sit down and just meet Trump supporters. That he's like, why do you guys think the way you think? Blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if the people in this sit down are representatives of a very tiny sliver of the country, of people who voted for Trump. I don't know if I was just stunned by what a lot of these people said. And Bunny, have you seen any of this yet?
I hadn't seen any of this.
Okay, so he put up a clip, which is the first link. And let's say thank you so much to Mish. Mish, thank you so much for all of that support.
Gives 2 shrugs.
He's like, man, you want some money? Stick it up your butthole. Meh.
Thank you, Mish.
Thank you, Mish. We appreciate it. That's going to the mushroom fund, baby.
It's going to the electric bill.
Yeah. Well, electric bill wasn't as bad this month as I thought.
What were you guessing?
$650
and
$240.
Whoa, that's way different than I
think. It's way good. It is less.
Because in Vegas, I was paying $440, $480.
Yeah. Well, because you guys have been running it, and I've been running it, and Cal's been running it, so I assumed, okay, we're gonna take a bath, and it's been fine. It's been fine. Jaffe, talk about your hot goth ex-wife in the Twisted Metal movie. $50 and we'll cover that story. But right now we're gonna talk about this. Actually, let me get a drink real quick.
Oh.
But play that clip. This
you
is
have a Coke right there.
Yeah, no, it's me. but I need ice.
You don't want that.
Okay.
But okay.
Oh, chat. You need to decide for
talk
Jeffy.
to people.
I'll talk to people. You guys voted that the doll diddler was the worst creep of the week. I would agree.
Sure.
That's fucking horrid. Did I tell you?
Tell people our Comic-Con Twisted Metal plans.
Sure, we already did that. But Bunny, I have some friends that I'm close to in Vegas before I moved. And a year ago we were having like a little like swimming party. The guy has a pool in his backyard. We're all hanging out. We're drinking. We're talking. And as men do, they're like, "So what you into lately? What you been looking at online? You know, that kind of stuff." And I had this buddy of mine who's like, "Oh, I like lolly stuff. Do you know what that is?"
Yeah.
Yeah. And we all just like took a turn, like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he tried to explain it. And he was like, "Yeah, you know, I wasn't so popular with like the ladies growing up. I didn't have that experience of like having a girlfriend in like middle school or high school." And he was like, "So I've been like looking at this stuff, and I've been like, oh, it's a fantasy for me to go back to when I was a kid." And I was like, "No, dog, that's not what that that's not what that is.
That's not normal.
That's not how that works. You don't get to age regress and then be like, and now I'm attracted to like, you know." That's fuck. It was like, no way. And we never hung out again with that guy.
As I was saying, we never invited him to the cookout.
Oh no, we never hung out. Me and that guy.
I thought you banned Anthony from the server.
No, it's a different guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. You're gonna spill that drink. My psychic powers tell
He's
me.
a wizard. He's not gonna spill it.
I'm taking my old people medicine.
Is that really old people?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, the size of that pill.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? It's for your.
Hey, swallow it with your head down.
Jeffy has a
See how easy
horse
it goes
knuckle.
down.
That's why he takes the horse medicine. All right, here we go.
But is Republicans fascists? I don't know. Are your parents Americans or immigrants?
No, my parents are United States citizens.
But they're immigrants, you said.
No, they came here as immigrants. However, but
So they
I want
are
to make the
immigrants.
claim that we cannot
I came here as an immigrant. I'm an immigrant.
But at this point, when they came, the
I think
United
the people
States
aren't happy with the way
economy.
this is going. First, fourth, fifth, 14th, 22nd amendments. Those are my amendments that I came with today. If you don't want to debate them, just say so.
Are you supporting like raping innocent women? Nuns, dude. Killing priests? I mean, priests don't brandish guns and kill
You
people.
just refuse to condemn the Nazi Holocaust, my friend. I don't think you're in a position to ask anyone any questions.
I said that one pardon against somebody.
It was 1,600 pardons. 600 of those were people
one
charged
one
with...
example that you just gave me.
I can give you more. Just should I keep going?
Fine.
Shane
And I'll say the
Jenkins.
exact same thing every single
Then
time.
your argument will fall apart. When was the Islamic Republic of Iran founded?
1979.
When was Gaza occupied
Oh,
by
look
Israel?
at that day.
19. Well, the very
67.
first time. 67, yes.
So, can we do the maths together? 12 years before the Islamic Republic of Iran existed,
Yep.
Israel was oppressing, occupying, dispossessing the people of Gaza. So your argument makes no
I'm
sense.
further-
Neither
right.
of us are economists. It's the economist studies.
Don't assume who I am.
Are you an economist?
I could be.
But
right?
are you?
I could be.
Are you?
I'm not going to tell you.
Are you?
I'm
Are
going to
you?
major in economics, right?
Are you an economist?
No, not right now.
Okay, so when I said neither is economist, I was correct.
Just-
Everyone here uses an iPhone designed by an immigrant, is on Gmail
Fair
designed
point.
by an immigrant, is is on a YouTube show.
But
you
this
guys
is-
all came to a YouTube show
Yeah.
founded by an immigrant. You wouldn't
Fair
be
point,
here
but that's
if it
a
wasn't for
tiny
an immigrant.
minority.
So you all love immigrants, whether you like it or not. We're not going to reach a common ground because you said I'm
Please
not
try.
American. Please try.
He's hitting them hard, Jeffy.
Yeah.
What's amazing about it to me is, and again, somebody in the chat says, "Oh, Jubilee is scripted." It may be. I don't know.
These
but-
are not scripted.
Never
from what
heard
I've seen.
that.
A lot
yeah,
of these people go on afterwards and give like their behind the scenes,
Right.
And they're like, "Man, I wish I could have said this point."
Well, that one guy that said about the Nazis, we'll
Yeah.
get to his story. He just got fired today,
yeah,
and he's raising money for like a GoFundMe and all this stuff. And
who'd have thunk your company doesn't like it when you're like, "I won't condemn."
it's
the
cancel
Nazis."
culture. Well, he didn't just say that. I mean, we I don't want to play this whole thing, but I do think we should play his in particular. But the thing that I was going to say that strikes me as so striking about this is that it wasn't just like, okay, I'm voted for Trump because I care more about my money than I care about, this, that, or the other.
Yeah.
Right. And like, okay, well, we have a difference of opinion and I really have a problem with that. But okay, the stuff these guys are saying is staggering that they are admitting it. So assuming it was not scripted, and most of the chat does not think it's scripted. God damn it, it is scripted. Scripted. Yeah, assuming it's not, K-Nub says play more. Finish this clip, and then I want to show you this Connor.
I don't think you're American.
I'm saying you're not.
I don't think you're American.
I'm saying you're not American due to values.
I don't think you're not American on values either. I think you're a little fascisty, a little racisty. I'm an American citizen. I went through lots of vetting. I took my test.
And that's how
The guy
it
over
should
there
be.
wants us to leave.
But
he wants us to leave.
when people
So people don't really care about vetting, do they?
But
it's not really about vetting, is it, my
but
friend?
people should not have
You're
the
in denial.
right.
You got rid of an American citizen from the country
Okay.
without process.
So the
That's the
child-
Fifth Amendment violation.
Since I'm not up to date on that specific
I can give you
case,
more.
I'm sure you can. So
Well, you weren't aware that American citizens are being deported. It's a pretty big story.
Yeah, the
Maybe if
child
you
that
read the
probably
fake
went
news,
with
you might know.
I don't
Is
think
this
I'm
this
doing
how
as
you
bad-
get rounds of applause? You sit in a room with 20 people who agree with you. Wow, amazing.
I'm-
amazing. That
Well,
must
wait
make you
till
feel
this
good.
comes out.
We should be nicer to you, otherwise you'll deport us. What a great argument. This is the free speech debate camp. It's not your country, my friend. It's our country, whether you like it or not.
Okay, so that's the gist. I got a quick double for tech, says Wiley. Lolly? Oh, the thing is weird, but what about something regular like Pokemon hentai? Follow up, what if he goes, my favorite is
Curlia.
I know what lolly is, but I don't know what regular.
When you walked away, I gave a story about how I had this friend group in Vegas, and about a year ago, this friend had we were sitting down, we were drinking, we were in the pool, right, in the summer, and we're talking about oh, this is what we're interested in online, I found this good one about this lady or this one that, and he's like, oh guys, I've recently been attracts him to these young people, right, and I couldn't fucking math the math there.
Right.
And I stopped hanging out with the guy. Right, it was too much for me to be okay. But Curlia, if you don't know, is a Pokemon that looks like a.
We're both doing real bad.
We are actually, yeah. Internet's going a little bad. It's getting better now. Yeah, it's back. Curlia is like this. It looks like a 12-year-old ballerina.
Mm.
Yeah, and so you're saying what if someone was like, "Oh, I like 12-year-old ballerina looking Pokemon."
And isn't there, I guess, comeback, but in the narrative she's not 12, and they think that
in
gives,
Pokemon, it's
not Pokemon, but I mean some of these lolly things.
Sure, but I mean
I'm not saying
the way he was explaining it. My friend was explaining it oh, I never had a girlfriend growing up in middle school or high school.
Oh, so he thinks.
And I missed out on that fantasy.
I see.
So now he's like, I imagine myself as being the 14-year-old doing those things with the other 4. I'm like, I can't. No, dog.
I had a girl when I was 17, and she was 13, and I was giving her a ride home. And I don't know. I know it makes me sound so naive. It wasn't that she was like, hey, do you want to park and go out in the woods? We must have been trying to get something. It was Alabama. We were always going in the woods. And while we were in the woods, she basically was like, hey, have you ever thought about maybe dating me? And she was coming on to me. And I was 17, and I was just like, I can't. It seems so weird to me. Even then that, now you go, what? It was a 3.5-4 year age difference. But back then, man, it was creepy as fuck. So the idea of being an adult and going, now I want to go back to that, that becomes, I think, pretty difficult.
He's my age. So he was 27 giving this story. He's like, I like to pretend that I'm 15 when I watch this. I'm like, no, dog, that's not that's not how it works.
Yeah.
I
I didn't say I was going out with the guy. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What? We're right there. It's Alabama. It's fine, guys. No. And this was a girl anyway. But no, I didn't say. And it wasn't my cousin either. Why can't I? Why don't people just take me for? Do you think they're trolling me?
Yes, obviously.
Do you guys? I just said I didn't want to date this lady. What the fuck? I can't speak anymore. I give up.
Yeah. By the way, show ends here.
No. We have more topics. We have to talk about this.
You want to watch a movie for 2 hours?
Yeah, but I want to at least get this one done.
All right. Well, let's go to the next clip.
Oh, it's so hot. Oh. But wait. I want to wait. What are we talking about?
Are you high?
No. Now I'm just losing train of thought because I'm starting to get tired.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I don't want to get tired. I want to be focused and energetic.
Yeah, bottle of Vaseline.
I don't mean child. This is what it's Mish. I'll let it go. They're totally trolling me. Why can't I? Maybe it's a generational thing. Do you know when you're being trolled and it's easy to just ignore it?
Yeah, but you also are like autistic. But you have a different autism.
You're
than I
autistic
do.
too.
My autism is different.
Bunny says I'm autistic.
Stream's buffing again.
Oh, it is super buffing today. We went down to 400 kilobytes. Oh, 0.
Anyway, okay, let me focus. Because I do want to have this conversation. Because
they can't even hear you right now.
Okay, but we still should stick to this topic, though. This Mehdi guy. That's the name?
Sure. All right, we're back to being good on internet.
It's not a Walmart connection. Okay. Okay. So here's the deal. This guy, Connor is his name, who is the guy who said, you need to play that clip, because he's the guy who just got fired, right? And people in the chat were saying, well, what I don't understand that. Those aren't horse pills, those were sweet tarts. What I don't understand is, of course you're going to have that kind of conversation in this kind of debate. And it's like, you're not debating like a conservative. You're debating, it turns out, a guy who openly calls himself a fascist. Now, if you guys are saying, like, these guys literally went up here and these guys said, I don't care if Trump destroys the Constitution. Once the Constitution gives us the country we want, then we can lock it down. A total misunderstanding of civics, total misunderstanding of what America's supposed to be. One guy said, I only want things in America that are adherent to my Catholic faith.
Yeah.
And it's just like, these people are out there in the world admitting this. And it's kind of like, they don't, I mean, do you think they represent normal, or do you think they're the most extreme? Do you think most people that, even if they like Trump, are like, well, no, we're not a fan of a lot of this shit?
Most people, go ahead, Bunny.
It's buffering so bad I can't hear nothing y'all are saying. I don't know if it's doing it for the chat.
Yeah.
I caught none of it.
Yeah, the internet's going a little bad.
Wait, why though?
I mean, you had the huge outage last night. They probably put in like a patch type of repair to fix it, whatever it was, and now maybe they're working on it again now.
No, Blair. Connor's okay. Connor is the guy I'm about to show you. I shouldn't have said her. Nobody cares.
Are you
Blair was the
Are you
girl
reading
voice.
the chat instead of? Well, can you just control your fucking self?
No.
Ah. All right, here you go.
Okay, so go past this.
United States.
If you don't mind me interrupting, this is where I think it's important as well to go back to what we talked about with the Constitution. When we're analyzing, and admittedly, I'm not as interested in the legal
Is this
argument.
the guy?
There's obviously many ways to interpret
Just
the
go to the
Constitution.
next tab.
Yep.
But I don't.
The next tab.
Yeah, I sent you. This was just.
This is the next tab. This one, appendicitis is not useless.
No, but that's fascinating. Not
I
that
have
one
Japanese
either.
billionaire.
There should keep going.
Nope,
Keep
I
going,
don't.
keep
I checked
going.
these. That's what I'm telling
Keep
you.
going. Keep going.
Again, I'm telling you.
I didn't send it to you.
I have this.
What's that? Okay, well, this is the guy who got fired, right? This is Connor, viral Jubilee debater, and then you should have one where we actually just have the whole 2-hour conversation where we can skip
this.
to. Okay, great. So Connor's towards the beginning.
Okay, you want me to find?
No,
Connor?
no. Go back to what you were just on.
Yeah, I will find Connor.
It's really easy. Just skim all the way back to like the second chunk, and you'll see him. He's wearing whatever.
He looks like this.
Yeah, blue
Okay,
shirt.
I'll
Okay.
find him.
Okay. Anyway, how's the buffering, man?
It's a little better.
Bunny.
It's still doing it for me.
What the fuck is going on? But yeah, so this guy Connor wanted to set up a GoFundMe, and he did, and he's gotten like $30,000 so far for people covering, my emergency fund. And again, look, the guy has a right to be a fascist. The guy has a right to think these awful thoughts. And frankly, for me at Bartlett Jones, I guess I would wonder about, here it is. Let's play the Connor part, but you pause it whenever you need to.
Surrounded
for,
is now a
copyright.
podcast, available wherever you.
I'm so fucking hot in this shirt.
That's the Connor guy.
Yeah,
Nice to
pleasure
meet you, sir.
Mehdi, lovely to meet you.
So I would say that with Trump being anti-constitution, I don't really care, to be quite frankly.
Okay.
Because in regards to the Constitution is a document that should seek to serve us.
Yes.
And when it fails to seek to serve us, that can be amended. Laws can be changed. And quite frankly, the fact is, we're defending things in this country that shouldn't be defended. The First Amendment should not defend pornography and making children and women be victimized. Making women and children be victimized as a result
Pause
of that.
for a moment.
I think
The fact that anyone is clapping, saying the First Amendment should
I
not
know.
protect pornography, and these people are out there and they're proud of themselves. Now, here's my question, I guess. My question is, I understand and respect that there may be plenty of people that don't like pornography and even consider pornography negative.
Yeah.
But doesn't it strike you as weird that to them trumps the fact that if you want to live in a free society or a supposed free society, the very nature of that means you have to take some of the stuff you don't like that other people like and be willing to live with it, right? I mean, and this guy's about to come out and say, no, he doesn't care. He wants an autocracy. He's a fascist.
Yeah, they
But
believe.
the fact that all these other people were clapping, do you think that represents a lot of the people on the conservative right?
When it comes to pornography, it is a good chunk of them. I know a lot of them think that they should just ban porn altogether because it ruins families and blah 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 instead of giving people the right to decide.
And most of those people, Bunny, my guess would be people who really think that are struggling with some issues because fundamentally, you know, you're having to sit at the table with these people and pretend you respect them, and they don't know themselves very well. That's why we did that story the other night about the guy who was going around catching pedophiles, and it turned out he was abusing his own fucking daughter. But to hear him speak, he was like, pedophiles and...
To speak on the conservative right part, the majority of the conservative right will believe more in like libertarian ideals where they're saying like the government should have no oversight over me. Right, allow the free market to do what it does. Don't charge me taxes that are overbearing because I'm more wealthy. Like I earn my money, I earn my power. However I did it, it's mine now. Don't take it away. That's what they tend to be.
But are they aware?
This is the minority that says like, as long as my rich, powerful man is in office, right, and they believe in the values I believe, they should change everyone to my will. It's not the majority of conservatives.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
things like blasphemy shouldn't be allowed per the First Amendment. I think
I mean,
quite
think
frankly,
about that.
There are a lot of legal processes that are enabling criminals and bad people to fully enact their will in this country in the name of the Constitution or following the Constitution. So quite frankly, if Trump is anti-Constitution, good, and I think he should go further.
So this is wonderfully revealing of the modern.
Yeah, that take is crazy because he's trying to justify. And someone in the chat said, "Oh, this is gonna be an awkward conversation because Tech probably agrees with the white guy." Fuck no. All right, this is not the American values that I signed up for.
These aren't American values at all.
Yeah. He tried to justify earlier saying that Trump breaking rules in the Constitution is fine because that document is to serve the people, and so we shouldn't serve it. And he's like, well, if he broke it, if for the benefit of America, then that's okay. No, motherfucker. We have laws where we elect people who want to then talk about what changes we should make and make ratifications, but not just willy-nilly, I'm the fucking dude in charge, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. No, that's...
I mean, it's disturbing that he thinks that because I don't know. I mean, he doesn't look that young. He must have been around when a president.
31.
Okay, so he was around when there were presidents that he didn't agree with were in office. So what's to stop that guy from doing the same thing? I mean, that's the whole point. But anyway, let's keep going.
Conservative mindset, so I appreciate you spelling it out so openly. Just checking, do you support the Second Amendment?
I do.
Okay, surprise, I was shocked to hear that. I'm saying that Donald Trump is defying the First Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, the 14th Amendment. He's thinking of defying the 12th and 22nd Amendments. You're saying you don't care about the Constitution, but actually you do because you quite like the Second Amendment. You just don't like the bits that you disagree with. Can I just be clear on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm more than willing to amend it and include
whenever
the
it's in your
Second Amendment.
favor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So can Democrats do the same when they're in office?
No, absolutely not. Because
so you don't
it's the
believe in
friend
democracy?
Enemy. No, I don't. Absolutely not.
What do you believe in?
Autocracy.
By who?
Honestly, quite frankly, anyone who is in line with Catholic teaching.
Donald Trump is not Catholic.
Wow.
I mean,
just straight saying,
wow.
No, the Democrats can't do it. No.
Well, at least he's being honest, I suppose. At least he's saying, look, I want the country run by an autocrat the way I want it run. Well, I guess some people could argue everybody wants that, although not really, because people are going to suffer who aren't like you. So, Wiley, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Another very generous one. He says, here's the problem with porn, not just the industry, but the way it's accessible for children before teenhood exposed to porn. There's an argument.
Don't read
this
that
is
censored one.
RAPE on our youth when they can see it. Well, I don't think
agree with that,
anybody
which is why
suggests
I
little
think
kids
we
should have
not
access.
Exactly, which is why I also think we should get kids off the internet.
Well, I disagree with that.
I mean, to an extent. I think I'm in...
Or at least social media.
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is where most of it comes up for.
But certainly, though, the idea of pornography for kids is a terrible fucking idea. But I don't think that means that it's not a First Amendment issue. It's a parents issue, or it's a regulation issue. But it's not saying that they don't have a right to make it. But you do need to, and frankly, the Supreme Court has just upheld a lawsuit that came to them where Pornhub or somebody like Pornhub was saying this is against our First Amendment rights to have these age regulations in certain states. And the Supreme Court, whether they were right or wrong is depending on you, said no, it's constitutional. So
let's get a quick response. Try and keep the response to 30 seconds. Bunny first, and then Jaffe. Where do you stand on these adult websites requiring you to verify with like a state ID to gain access to the site? Are you pro or against?
Yeah, I think it's if it keeps kids off of it, then yeah.
I'm against that solution. I'm absolutely pro finding a way to do it if you can do it, or giving the parents the power to do it if the parents want to do it. I have a very but I think the onus should be on the parents proving that their kids are underage, and not on, hey, government, by the way, curious about the porn I look at? Not a problem. Here's my ID. Oh, Jaffe wants to run for president? Well, he's really into old grannies who like to make sugar cookies.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was a solution that was proposed on these like political forums where if a state had a website where you verified with your ID, right? Let's say it's like california.gov/I-want-porn or whatever. You verify with your ID on that website one time, and every month there's a new code that is given to everyone that's verified on that account. Mm-hmm. So the government just knows that you like porn or you want to gain access to it. They don't know what you're looking on the site.
But sure they will.
No, because then you just put that code in, which is
where do you put the code?
Onto Pornhub, whatever.
Okay, so Pornhub
that code is the same code for like.
Yeah, but it's a code that's associated with me.
No, it's associated to like your zip code. Like whatever zip code you're in, it's like this is your zip code.
You know who's kind of got it right now, and I'm sure there'll be a workaround, is Roblox, believe it or not. Roblox is in the process of instituting AI face recognition that if you want to get on, it's not a picture. It has to be live video of your face.
Like the Face ID lock.
And it's like, oh, you're a child. Sorry.
Yeah.
But again, I definitely think...
I feel like that's just as dangerous to give people access to picture and video of your face than.
Oh no, I just mean in terms of proving it to the computer, but I don't think it should be in this case.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm absolutely against the way they're solving it. But yeah, I don't think children should have access to pornography.
Yeah. We're doing a little bit more of this, then we're going off.
You're not going.
Of course, he's not. I completely agree, and that's part of the problem.
Trump? You don't support Trump?
No, I don't. I didn't even vote for him. I wrote in like John Pork or someone. I can't even remember.
Okay, let's just put it this way. This guy, then, if we're looking at time, this guy just goes on, and he eventually gets to the point that he's praising Nazis, and he doesn't really talk down the Nazis attacking the Jews. And, you know, he is, you know, I don't know, he's an online personality. Maybe he's out there just, you know, priming the pump for his social media. I couldn't tell you. But the other one, if you go back real quick, there's a guy, just go back. This is the last thing I want to show you.
Explain it before I go back and do what?
I want to go and I'll show you. I'm a visual thinker.
Jesus,
there's a guy. Okay, see the guy behind him in the pink shirt with the white hat?
Yeah.
Scrub back to where he was on, because just right where he gets up. Because he tells this guy, Mehdi, that basically he needs to get out of the country. And Mehdi's like, I'm a citizen. You know, I'm officially a citizen. I went through all the process. I took the test. And it's staggering that this was okay with this guy to say this, and people clap for it.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Mehdi.
What's going on, man? Nice to meet you. All right, so first, before I start, I need to know what you mean by good. I can talk about the economy. I can talk
so
about
you can
culture,
scrub
I can talk about
through
all those
most of
things.
this.
I
Just
need to know what you
get to where he's.
I'm saying immigrants are good for the.
You want me to scrub through the audio of this to find out?
No. Right when he's about to get up, you'll know it because it's visual. He's about to stand up and then go back 10 seconds. I can run it next time. I know all the content. I went through all this footage all day.
People.
Employers of big firms just suddenly raise all the wages.
You notice
That's
how
what
you
you
didn't answer
believe.
what I said? You
That's
notice
what
how
you
it
believe.
was a complete, your ankles
That's what
all
you
right?
believe.
You pivoted the hell
That's what
away
you
from the
believe.
conversation.
Is that what you? I'm
Are
on the
your ankles
subject.
okay?
Do you believe that wages? I'm just wondering how naive you are. You believe that the 1% will raise wages in the federal wage
They will
if
be
we
forced
stop
to.
immigration?
They will be forced to.
great
When you
being
increase
naive.
labor's relationship to capital, okay, and you give labor more bargaining power because you're
But
tightening the
this is a
supply
very
of
simplistic
labor.
understanding of economics because you're
Okay,
not,
explain I'm wrong.
I'm telling you how you're wrong.
I'm here.
Because you're ignoring the fact that when immigrants come into an area, they spend money. They create jobs through their
About
presence.
1/5 of their monthly income leaves the country.
That's a good thing also because you don't like US aid, foreign aid. So this is the point. They create
Don't
jobs. I
assume
came
that.
into this country. So far, every one of my assumptions about you has been correct. But listen to me. I am an immigrant. I'm speaking from personal experience.
Get the hell out.
I don't even like. I should get the hell out.
Yes.
Why?
I don't want you here.
Why?
Because you come here and say all this bullshit
Why?
about how Americans are lazy.
Why?
You push your left-wing
I never
politics.
said Americans are
I don't
lazy.
know why you say this.
I never said Americans are
yes,
lazy.
you are.
The
You're
only person
saying
attacking
immigrants
people
have to
is
come
you.
into this country so they can do jobs that we don't want to do.
I
That's
never
exactly
said those
what
words.
you said.
When did I say it?
Oh, really? You
When did
didn't
I
say
say
that?
it?
So
We're
why
on
do we-
YouTube. Guys watching on YouTube, rewind to the time where I said immigrants are doing jobs we don't want to do. When did I say those words? Words
You
that
said-
came out
He doesn't say those words.
He does not say those
No.
words.
of my mouth.
Okay, so why
I
do
thought
we have to
we're
bring?
doing
Why do we have to bring in
assumptions, my
immigrants?
friend.
Why do we have to bring in immigrants to the country if we have people who are going to do the jobs?
Pause. You've been voted out.
It's nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
You're gonna have to go, bro.
Nice talking to
You already said you're going to have to go, bro.
Yep.
What do the red flags mean? People are getting tired of hearing them talk?
So there's 20 people there.
Yeah.
Right? 19 in the audience and one talking to the guy.
Okay.
When the majority raises the red flag, they voted the current speaker off to have them replaced with another participant
But
from the other
why?
20.
What does a red flag mean?
It's like
If
this
they
guy's
don't think they're doing a good job
Okay.
at
Yeah.
representing
Okay.
the point they all want to make.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But I mean, unless these guys are just hamming it up for their right wing podcasts.
No, that's what they believe.
Okay, so what do you do? How do you find a meeting of the minds with somebody who honestly doesn't want to meet in the middle? They want their way and they want you to burn.
I mean,
There's
is that not like the same ideology on the left?
No.
You're telling me that there's a way that you would be convinced off of like a meeting in the middle with trans rights.
Well, you've got to be specific about that, but sure, it depends what you're talking about.
Like it's like let's say that the middle ground for them is like no one can like be publicly transitioning while in public school. Wait till college.
I would be opposed to that, yes.
And there's nothing change your mind for that, right?
There could potentially, well, I would have my mind would be open if they had a better solution, but given that the rate of people who shove that down when they're most vulnerable, when they're teenagers, end up to go on to some absolutely tragic mental health conditions because they're basically living a lie in their formative years, I would have a very hard time being okay with that.
Yeah. There's going to be positions that you have and positions they have that you're not going to convince them out of, and it's fervent. There's not a discussion to have. right? Like there should be no gay children.
But in the case of what you're talking about, if that person were to say, like, what they could convince me of is that they think their heart is in the right place. They think they are genuinely protecting children. I don't think most or all of them do, but there are certainly a large number of them that have that view, that are like, I'm out here doing the Lord's work. I'm trying to protect these kids and the, blah, blah, blah. And I would go, I know you think you are. And in that we can all agree we should all protect children and make sure they're, but I would say to them, you don't have the facts that I have. You don't have the lived experience that I have. And you're not willing to look at the data, and you're cherry picking, random data when I can show you reams of data from decades back that shows that your take is dangerous to these teenage kids. And then if they don't...
Sure, but your take is dangerous to their system of morality or their system of religion.
Okay, but then they're not arguing that. They're just saying they want to protect the kids. Then we're talking about something different.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, whatever the data that brought you to your conclusion and the data that brought them to their conclusion, whether it's emotional or whatever, right? There's going to be positions that people will have that just will not be swayed. And the left is just as guilty of being fervently against, like, meeting in the middle on certain topics that we believe
here's the difference.
Are, like, factually based and, like,
well, they
providing
are factually based.
Yeah, again.
But that said, though, here's the difference.
Yeah.
I don't want to take away their rights to be what I consider stupid and assholes. They want to take away rights of people in my family. And that's a problem I have. You have this guy, that fascist guy who's openly a fascist. My First Amendment is his First Amendment. He has a right to feel the way he feels and express it however he wants to, as long as it's not in a private location. I would support that right. But he wants to take away people's rights just so he, who doesn't deal with this at all, somehow feels more comfortable. And that I do take issue with the right that I don't see as much in the left. The left isn't, even though the press, and maybe this is the fault of the press on the right, I don't know. The press will tell you the left is going to get mad and they want to throw you in jail if they misgender them. But I know more trans people than most people, and I guarantee you I've never spoken to one that feels that way. All they say is when you say, what if somebody meaning or intentionally misgenders you, they say, well, then they're an asshole, and I don't want to deal with them. That's the response.
Yeah.
Just like if somebody said something to you that was a slur about Mexicans.
I don't care.
Okay, you may not, but you would have a right to care, and I would respect the fact that if that was like, dude, that's a shitty thing to say to me, I'm not going to advocate you go to jail for it. But now I know in my mental list, you're somebody I don't want to hang out with anymore. That's most of the left's position on this stuff.
But again, like, when you're like, these people don't want to have a dialogue. They don't. And, I mean, the left also doesn't want to have a dialogue on some things. It's like, this is the right way. And what are you going to do to change my mind on it? There's nothing.
Well, there has to be something. That's how progress happens.
Well, yeah, but not all progress is good.
Everybody needs to do DMT, and then they'll see the way.
Then they'll see the elves.
Get everybody to do it. Yeah, they'll see the elves, and they'll find their way.
People are. I don't know if you know this. People in the Discord and people in the chat very confused on where I stand on a lot of political stuff because I'm like in the middle, right? Why do I think tech secretly cares? I love trans people, I love black people, I love brown people, I love all people. I want everyone to have a good old happy time, and if I can make their lives happier, I'm going to do my part. I don't like people having a bad time. I don't like people suffering. I don't like people being prejudiced against. I don't like them not having the resources that are important for them to develop as characters in our society. I'm pro supporting single family households. I'm pro supporting minority groups that are disadvantaged based on like their circumstance of being born in a minority group in a society. I'm not this like hater conservative. I do like the Second Amendment a ton. I fucking love the Second Amendment. But I'm also pro like background check and even a gun registry. I'm all for it.
Right, but you're not. Then a lot of people would argue you're not really in favor of the Second Amendment.
I am.
You're in favor of the Second Amendment with meaningful regulation.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Well, because
I'm in favor of there should be a well-regulated militia. Not that everyone should own guns.
Get rid of the. Okay, let's talk like we're living.
I personally would love to join a group that's like, hey, just in case.
Fine.
Yeah.
But I'm not. What I'm saying is the only time the Second Amendment ever gets kind of brought up as a what does this mean is the whole militia thing, right? So let's just take that out of the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm talking about there are valid arguments that are pro Second Amendment that say, if you make me get training for this gun, if you put me on a registry for this gun, you're violating my rights to have a gun according to the Constitution because you're putting I know
the majority of those people also agree that felons shouldn't own guns.
I know. So what I'm saying to you is that you are in support of regulating the Second Amendment, but still having it because the Second Amendment, as written, doesn't allow for those regulations. Says anyone.
Okay, then why is it that most states, I think all states, have the rule that if you are a felon, right, you are not allowed to have a gun?
I assume
you can't purchase.
Right, but I also think if you're a felon, can you vote?
After a certain amount of years in some states,
I think there are limits on constitutional rights for
yeah.
felons. I think unless you've turned the page and you've paid your dues to society.
Yeah, in some states it's like a 2-year thing. It's 8 years in others. It's 20 years in one, or it's never if you're a felon. Like it's all dependent on the state. But what I'm saying is, I don't mind. I don't mind having regulation.
I don't either. I think that would be great.
Ownership of a gun. I think that there should be like a well-regulated militia of men and women who want to serve the country in case of an emergency.
Sure. I have no problem with the Second Amendment, but I do think it needs regulation. Okay, let's just say that. But go back up there's a couple interesting comments I did want to hit in the chat there. Hang on a second. Stop for a sec. Well, first one is this one from Wiley. Mexicans don't care about slurs against themselves, Jaffe. Is that true? That doesn't seem in general. So if you called somebody a name for a Mexican that I won't say because it's mean, and I've been told it's mean, Mexican people wouldn't be like when you guys have kids, if you have kids, and they go to school and they learn your kid is half fourth Mexican or whatever, and they use that, are you just like, who cares? Or would you sympathize if the kid came home and felt like, they were treated like shit because their gym coach called them something?
Well, me in particular, so Mexican is a little bit more complicated, specifically with like the region that we live in, right? Because you have like your first or second generation American Mexicans, right, who are not so associated to the traditional culture values of Mexico. Then you have the people that are like that was born in Mexico, that came here. And if they're more traditional about it, it's like, I don't fucking care, dude. I have work to get done. I have a family to go see. I have God
so
to go
you
pray.
Wouldn't care if somebody said that to your kid?
Me traditionally, for it being used against me, I don't care. For my kid, who's now going to be a second generation American, citizen.
Yep.
It does seem kind of wild to try and like use that claim, just like if they would be like, I know your grandfather was Jewish, and they call my kid like a Jew, like a dirty whatever. I'd be like, yeah, that's kind of fucked. Like, we should have a conversation about how that's not okay. You probably tell like the teacher there, like if you tell me,
it's not okay for a lot of reasons.
Yeah,
but okay.
I'd be more concerned.
So that's what Wiley was saying. I was just curious.
But if my kid was like, I don't care either, I'd be like, all right, sick.
Keep going down a little bit. There's one more stop for a sec.
Is it the Mexicans need to be studied regarding racism?
No. Keep going down a little bit more. Okay, hang on.
I might argue Mexicans are cooler than the average white in terms of individuals' reception towards racial jokes. Yeah, but it's because we have a lot of racism in our culture. K-Nubs, but the logical fallacy of saying I want everyone to have a good time is once you take a stance on one issue, you're awfully favoring an issue that upsets and gives other people a bad time.
That's true. Well, but
if I was writing policy and I was making like an overarching statement, like this is the good time you will have.
But I will say the right tends to have they're more guilty of that. The left, in a lot of ways, they want to be left alone, or they want people who identify with what they identify with to have the freedoms to do those things. The right historically seems more interested in removing the rights from other people because they don't like it, and maybe it is because it comes from religion, but okay, go. There's one.
I want to just. Ricky says, text saying he wants to join a just in case group. Reminds me of those fat patriots that went to Oregon during the riots. That's funny. I can get why. I don't want to like role play as some like army guy.
Is that why you brought a tiki torch with you?
No, shut the fuck up. No, when I say like a just in case group, a militia should not just be like a defense force that's ready to like go fight people, right? A militia should be like regulated in the sense that like I know my neighbors like health issues, like if they're diabetic or they have like.
Why would you want to? I don't want to know that.
Well, if ever there was a thing where the country is in trouble, in turmoil, there was a foreign invader on American soil. You should look after your neighbors. You should look after your community.
I don't need to know their medical history until they tell me.
Well, no, I'm saying like if there I would be so down to know my neighbors and be like, okay, like let's keep track of stuff. Like, okay, you have this many people that live in your house, and that's maybe a little overreaching, whatever. But if they want to amicably join, they want to be a part of this group, and it's like, okay, we'll make sure we have this much water and this much resources, like rations, and we have gasoline, and we have like. Yeah, to make sure that everyone in your community is safe. I think that's a cool thing. I
need kids bad.
I wish America was more community focused and because I bet you don't know any of your neighbors. Like maybe one or two. Yeah.
I'm not talking about it.
Yeah, sure. Like I imagine that you're not like a community guy.
But I don't give a shit.
Well, I do. That's what I'm saying. People should.
Okay, hang on. One sec.
Mish with $10. Go ahead, Bunny.
Hold on.
Thank you, Mish. How many bubbles does 10 give the chat? We'll find out. Thank you, bud. But anyway, yeah, somebody says we need to have a right winger to. Oh, Prophet 6 asked me something. Oh, he says, how do you determine what's right or wrong? I don't want to put words in your mouth. Can you click on him and see all the chats he's given us tonight? Because he said it a minute ago. Yeah, he says, Jaffe,
yeah, how do you define right and wrong? And Jaffe, there's really only one group with one word who care.
I don't know what that means.
Black people and the N-word.
Oh, that's not true. I don't think so. Yeah. But how do you define? Is that what he said? How do you define right or wrong?
Yeah, how do you define right and wrong?
I mean, it's a subjective word, but I define it. Right are the things that I think are.
Bunny got big bubbles.
Do it again. Right are things that I think are good and that I agree with, and wrong is the opposite. I don't think that's what he's asking me. Is he talking about morality, or is he saying just how do I personally define what is right and wrong? And yeah, I mean, that's how I think about, is it right to hit this dog in the head? No. Depends. So I don't do it. Well, if it's this dog, meaning he's sleeping and he's peaceful.
Oh yeah, this dog no. But like if this dog starts attacking somebody, I might hit the dog.
I mean, that's how I define. I don't know. That may not be what he's really asking.
Yeah, I think I have like a hierarchy of.
Thank you, Mish. Appreciate it, buddy.
The moral values, right? Like, I would say most often I prioritize the most amount of people having a positive outcome as like the right thing to do. Most of the time. But whenever it becomes like a personal thing, I would value my like chosen people that I like my family, my friends,
of course.
Yeah, over the welfare of like the other people that I don't know. Which is like, it's not fair, but like if someone's save the Jaffe household of like 4 people, or save like 1,000 people downtown. I'm gonna save the 4 people that I care about.
Yeah,
it's not nice.
No, you got to weigh it. But yeah, I agree with that. But I a lot of people, I don't know if he was going there. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but a lot of people will kind of start that conversation with me.
Look at Bunny.
I know, it's beautiful.
What is that?
It's called Stop Talking About This Shit, Jaffe.
Bunny, what is that?
Storm.
Bubble storm.
Brainstorm. Laser storm. A good question asking Jaffe what he feels right and wrong is. I don't know what that means. I mean, you got to give me an example. Thank you, Waffles, for the bubbles.
Yeah,
it's
a bubble
Thank you guys
party.
for hanging with us tonight. I know there's a lot of other choices you guys could make, like Aussie. And
these are sticky bubbles. They're
to
sticky
quote Jay-Z, you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us. I appreciate it. Top 3 most contentious opinions, Jaffe. I've seen some hate you receive online. One for sure over a Mega Man opinion.
Do you have a controversy over Mega Man? Oh,
No.
I've asked you about Mega Man. You said I don't play fucking Mega Man.
Yeah, I mean, I got nothing. I'm sure Mega Man's great. The thing I never liked about Mega Man, which is one of the things people really like about it, is the structure, but like of you can do it in any order, and so it kind of the balancing never felt good to me.
Yeah.
But I got nothing. Do you mean Metroid? But no, Mega Man, I don't have any issues with Mega Man. I think it's a cool brand, and I love Capcom. Capcom is one of my favorite publishers. Probably my favorite third-party.
You like the later half of Capcom?
Yeah, I mean,
come. Oh God. That's it for the show, folks. What a wonderful time we had.
No, not Sad House Bunny.
Sad
No,
House.
it's got bubbles all over it.
Matthew. Oh, cool.
Sticky bubbles.
Okay, so hey chat, want to go to Aussie with me? Fuck you, K-Nub, you son of a bitch. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you, K-Nub.
Douche Rooms Jaffe says, Matthew, don't let tech hold you back. Oh, he's not. He can't hold me back.
I feel like it'd easy restrain you.
I'm gonna do it because I want to have those experiences, man. I want to have those experiences.
Oh, you should have capsaicin.
What?
Capsaicin.
What is that? What's capsaicin?
That's what makes things. That's what makes things spicy.
Oh.
You should snort capsaicin.
Oh.
I hear you see the.
Yeah, the stream has 69 likes. What is the deal? Hit the now. Look, if you're hate watching, I appreciate it. But if you're not hate watching, give us a fucking like.
Give us a like, or you know what? If you're on mobile or whatever, the little react.
Give us a heart.
Give us the heart. Spam the hearts.
It helps the
spam
algorithm.
The cheers. It makes the algorithm good. It makes Bunny happy.
Every heart you give, Bunny gets to live an extra 7 days. I want you to understand that.
She's gonna be immortal.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Yeah, spam those hearts.
Some YouTube docs were talking shit. A lot of people talk shit on me, but we're going to cover this on Gabbin' and Games tomorrow. The topic of the conversation I had with Destin.
Yep.
And it was just like, I was very clear.
Thank you, Kevin.
And people were saying things like it's like they weren't even fucking listening. So, a lot of time, look at all the shit you're getting, Bunny. Good. You're going to live forever, lady. But a lot of these people, they really, it's like these guys, this guy was arguing with, we were watching tonight, the 1 in 20. They don't really, want to have the conversation. And I'm a guy who refuses to be put into a box of like, these are nuanced topics. I can love Metroid and still think Metroid Dread had bad onboarding. I can love teenagers having fun and doing cosplay and still think the picture that comes up every year around the prom still is a reflection of societal sexism. None of this is, it's nuanced. It's not just like everything good, everything bad. I feel like you were speaking from the side of someone that's actually made a game. Yeah. Right. But also from the side of,
that's the stream, Jaffe.
I'm a consumer, and I believe that the consumer has the ultimate power. And stop bitching about things and still spending your money. It would be like saying, I fucking hate drinking this. And you keep buying it. Stop fucking buying it. They'll stop fucking making it. Are we watching a movie? What's happening?
Yeah, that's the end of the stream. We're going to watch a movie.
Over in the Discord.
Over in the Discord.
All right, fellas. Thank you so much for watching. Tech and I will be back tomorrow at around 10:30. Well, not 10:30 in the morning.
No, you said watching Tech.
Oh, no. Tomorrow's Wednesday. So what's tomorrow looking like? What are we doing tomorrow?
You've decided to take Wednesday off.
Well, no, we're not taking it off. We're working.
Yeah, we're not going to be streaming Madhouse tomorrow. There may be a Gabbin' and Games if you want to just do a quick video game thing.
What we've been thinking is on Wednesdays, and I think Saturdays or Sundays, but Wednesdays for sure, we want to take all the stuff we did on Monday and Tuesday and Friday and cut it and start marketing the show, because we're not growing right now. And a lot of people are like, you've had some good discussions.
It's a conversation for after we go.
Right. But hang on. So what I was going to ask you is,
you can ask her off.
I want to ask her on because it's interesting.
Okay, chat. You guys are here for the take that Bunny now has to be.
She doesn't have to answer. I'm just curious. Do you tomorrow night, for example, on the Wednesday, if we do make that a regular thing, do you still want to take the time slot? We can give you all the stuff, and you can do a Bunny exclusive show, or do whatever you want in the time slot, and it would still be the same thing. It's just it wouldn't be this show. It would be whatever you want to do. Think about it.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I was going to ask.
Maybe next week.
Okay.
I can plan some.
Excellent. Okay. Because that'll, Comic-Con plans. Can we tell them that?
We will be live Thursday.
Madhouse is all Comic-Con. We're going to go see the Fantastic Four, give you a response, not a spoiler. Then we're going to watch Comic-Con content deep into the night on Madhouse. Saturday, we're going down to Comic-Con, and we're going to be making lots of videos or IRL footage on Comic-Con. The week after, we are watching Twisted Metal, but we'll tell you about that tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aren't you guys excited? Let's give it up to the chatters.
Yeah,
Woo!
top 10 chatters. Who do we got tonight?
Top 10 chatters. We're going to go ahead and go off of the list. Let's see.
Who's Marbled Rye?
Marbled Rye coming in at number 10.
Are these different names?
We have Cheetah
Machine.
Cheetah Machine. Cheetah Man 85. This is Sterling.
That's Sterling, yeah.
Number 8. Roboters at number 7. April. Coming in number 6. Noosu at 5.
Thank you, guys.
K-Nubs, number 4.
Thank you, buddy.
Waffles coming in at number 3. Mish taken down from the number 1 spot.
Oh, he lost his crown because it's now given to the good sir.
WWW. The Wee Wee Woo Warrior himself, Wiley.
Ooh, Wiley FTW, number 1 tonight.
Number 1.
Thank you guys for all the support. Let your friends know, like the stream, support the stream, and we'll see you tomorrow or tomorrow night. Meantime, be safe, be well. We'll be over on the Discord in about 15 minutes watching Jay and Silent Bob. Goodbye.
Goodbye, chat. Thank you so much. Mwah.
Mwah.